right. Yo, 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 what is up, beautiful people? I'm here with...
Blake over here at Fish and Friends.
Oh, okay, you're Fish and Friends. You're not just Blake. It's the establishment afterwards.
Yep. I didn't know how to depth of introduction. I wasn't prepped on that part.
You're good. What's like only adjustment? Yeah, I think it's funny that it wasn't like I'm Blake at Fish and Friends. You're like, I'm Blake, Fish and Friends.
Oh, I thought I did say that. That's
okay,
my bad,
no, you're good. So wait, speaking of, when was Fish and Friends established?
June 17th of last year, so
Okay.
Still fairly new, a little over a year in.
Okay,
Yep.
new in. What's up, everyone? Let me see who's in the chat here. Luis said, let Blake know. Luis is saying hi. I scrolled past.
Oh,
Jody.
I missed Louise.
What's up? Yeah, I keep saying Luis. People like
Maybe I'm saying it
no,
wrong.
I think you're saying it. No, multiple people have been. You be Luis, right? What's up, Big Steve? Oh, Steve has a question. He said, "How many nanochromas do you want?"
How many chromas do I want? Bring them all, man. Bring them all.
You know, he's the best nanochromas transvestitis breeder in the world. You know?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I'm serious. What's up? Auntie K said, "You losers in here." Yeah, you guys were in the chat early. What in the world, Blake? You didn't tell me you had the clout like this.
I didn't realize I did.
I did. Well, I will say that in the short time I've been hanging out in the store, multiple people talked about your Facebook posts.
Oh, that's awesome.
So does that? And they said it to you too. So I know you know, because they were like, I saw that Facebook. So like, does that happen to you a lot? People
It does. Like I try to post once a day. I mean, it doesn't always happen, but I mean, yeah, usually something sparks somebody's interest, whether it's a fish I post, a new product, or something like that.
Yeah.
And I guess like if they search something and then Google reads however that stuff works, where it like brings up your suggested stuff like that. Some guy just said that. I think it was today. He said about those live tanks I posted yesterday. He said he was just Googling them, and all of a sudden my store came up on Facebook for him about that.
See, there you go. So I mean, like, how big of a difference, like when you talk to other stores or you just look at other stores, like how big of a difference does being active on Facebook make? Like,
oh, it's a huge difference. Like I'm really good friends with are you familiar with Super Cichlids, Martin and Lisa?
Yeah.
I talk to them. I haven't gotten to talk to them much anymore. When I first opened, they were a huge help with getting the store open. That's one thing they always said was really important, is just staying with social media.
Okay.
But I mean, yeah, it's a tremendous difference. When we first opened, I wasn't posting as much, but just since we started posting more often, social media is definitely the best advertisement.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And is it's just like Facebook is enough? Like that's mostly what
For
you're
right
doing?
now, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
once I can hire some people, get some more help, and have time, I'd like to get on like YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But
all the freaking,
cover all the bases.
So, like, you weren't how often is it where you post and like within a few hours you notice a difference in people? Like, is it ever like you're here, the store's been open for a few hours, you're like, I haven't posted on Facebook yet, and then you post and people start trickling in, or?
I mean, as far as like the foot traffic versus Facebook posts like that, I don't think it's anything instant like that. It just happens to be if someone has to be looking for that thing. Usually within, like, I try to get my post out right around when I open at 10,
Right.
maybe by 12. But if I can get it out by 12, usually somebody by the end of the day says something like, oh, I came in because you posted this or that.
Right. Okay. Jody said, digging the tattoos, Blake.
Thanks.
You know Jody P?
Who is it?
Jody P.
I don't know.
She's
if I do.
starting Tropical Fish Co. She's gonna be an online retailer.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, fellow. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, tattoos. I think Jody has tattoos. What do you got tattoos of over there?
Yeah, so my uncle or my cousin has a shop not too far from here, but it's all the sleeves all music themed. So I got a
Nice.
turntable, microphone,
Oh, yeah,
headphones, a cassette, an old boombox, and then my neck is I don't know if you're familiar, if you listen to any like rap music, but Strange Music, Tech Nine, and them.
Yeah.
The Strange Music logo's in the middle, and just some design around it.
I didn't even no, I wasn't even hip to that. No, I was actually in a rap group, actually.
Really?
Yes. Well, currently am, but one of our members is like in Ghana, so it's been a minute. But
No way.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
I have a whole music persona.
I'm gonna have to look into that. I didn't know that.
Don't look into it.
Well, I gotta. You can just drop it. Yeah, I'm a rapper, by the way, but yeah, don't listen or anything.
Listen, no. It's how you build intrigue. You don't explain yourself. You know what I mean? That's how you like. You never told someone like, oh yeah, that's a really beautiful fish. You're like, can you tell me more about it? You're like, there's just no information, man.
There's just no information.
It's super rare. It's super rare. I don't know what to say.
I do have 2 of those in right now that I have no information on though. That really irritates me. I get something.
Really?
Yep. I got orange or Macrobrachium species gold ring, no information, and then some sort of spotted dwarf eel I just got out of Taiwan with no information on it.
Okay. Spotted dwarf eel with no information on it.
Yep.
Oh, we're gonna have to take a look at that in a little bit. I must not be caught up. Auntie K said dinner is eating ready, waiting for stream. Come on, Nick. Auntie K, we are live. Refresh your page. Unless I really mess something up, then we're in trouble.
I mean, you got like a whole production on there too. I didn't realize what all went into this
So
stuff.
you know what is crazy? Like the funniest part about doing this, and like with you and Luis, is no one has seen me stream like the fish streams, like been behind me. So you guys get to see the full like chaos of like a few minutes before the stream, I'm running from the car because I forgot the mics in there, and then I'm plugging it in like a minute before the stream. I'm like, wait, let me set the right mic. Like, so no, it's a lot of fun though. Like, are you someone that like you like doing a lot of things at once?
Depends on the day.
Okay.
Sometimes it gets stressful. Like seeing what you're doing here, I'm like, that would stress me out. I'm not tech savvy like that though, so that would drive me nuts.
Well, you just got to know like 3 buttons, and then you're totally fine.
Yeah.
Jody said dwarf spot eel, cinabdella, long tubulus. I think we have those 2. Is that what you got?
It's not that species. It's a cinabdella, but it's not the longitubus, whatever it is.
Okay.
This is an undescribed one.
So are they tossing a lot of dwarf eel? I feel like I've seen the dwarf eels a lot.
They're definitely getting more popular. Some of the species that are staying under a foot, they're definitely getting really popular.
Okay.
Like the yellowtail spinies, we had those. We have the siamensis, the peacocks.
Yeah.
So yeah, some of those small ones are definitely gaining traction.
And I saw they're like attainable. Like the peacocks are like $20 most places now. So like, are people breeding them, or are they just fine
to
with it?
my knowledge, they're still a wild caught. I don't know if anybody captive breeding eels. I could be totally wrong, but I haven't heard of it yet.
Okay. Louise says it's amazing what he packs in the car. I didn't bring any lights. Don't worry. I didn't put you through that. I like already bumped into, knocked some wood off when I was just trying to leave the door. JP said we need more camera angles. We might have to get more camera angles. We're going to have to work on that. Okay, so guys, if you have any questions, what's up with the name color on the scrolling text? It's just random, Jeff. Do you have a favorite color or something? My goodness. Do you have a favorite color?
Black. Nothing fun.
Okay, no, that's fun. So I saw you got in the speaking of black, you got the black Rams in.
Yep.
How are you liking those?
I love them. I try to get them in anytime I can. They usually sell out so quick. Surprisingly, this batch hasn't really moved, but I think when I got them, it was like 50 of them. So, I mean, they're not going to move that quick. But yeah, usually they're right out the door really quick.
Really? So do you notice with the Rams, like electric blue, et cetera, like do they differ in care behavior that you've seen?
I feel like they're not as hardy. So like the electric blue seems to be the case in pretty much anything. But and I've noticed the blacks, they just don't seem to be quite as hardy as your true Ram.
Okay.
But otherwise, care-wise, pretty much the exact same way. I know. Do you know Steve that comes in here? Steve Brosi. I don't know if you ever ran into him in any events or anything.
Maybe. I'm terrible with names.
Gotcha. He got some from me. He's been breeding them, but he's having a heck of a time raising the fry. And apparently, Dean Tweeddale told him the same thing. He said the fry are harder to raise for them for some reason.
Interesting. Beto says, have any ancestorosis? You mean as sisters? Or
That's what I was wondering
too. Is that really
too.
ancestorosis? SVC said, ooh, I love black Rams. Yeah, no. You said the electric blues are like all the other ones, like it's the same care, you said?
The electric blues, I find the electric blues, they seem to be a little hardier than the blacks, but they still don't tend to live the full extent as the regulars, from my experience anyway. Just like the electric blue Dempsey is the same way.
So what's your process for deciding like what to bring in?
A lot of it, I ask the customers, I listen to the customers, what are they looking for? And I got my couple staples, like if I sell out a Cardinal Tetras, Rummy Nose Tetras, they're coming in next week. There's no question asked. And then if I have room to fill in a box, I'll try to find some stuff I've either never heard of, never had in here, something that just you don't see every day.
Okay.
So I try to keep that nice balance of like your bread and butter stuff and also your oddball stuff.
So you do some like research, like is there stuff you find like on the list where it's like, maybe not many people are ordering it, but you look it up and you're like, wait a second.
Oh my God, that gets me in so much trouble. I order so much stuff that I'm like, it's for me. Like, I just want to come in here because like, I had 45 tanks in my house. I had a whole fish room and everything, but starting this, I don't have time. So like, this is partially kind of what as close as I can get to a fish room now. So if I bring something in, it doesn't sell, but it's here for my enjoyment. And hey, I think I deserve it.
Okay. And Jeff said the batches are smaller and less fertile on the black Rams too. Okay, interesting.
Yep, that makes sense.
Okay, Ani K said, what's your newest oddball? Let's see, can we find it?
That eel over here. Let me see if I can find them in here. They came in small.
Okay, here we go. It'll
take me a little bit to dig through here to find them, unless they're going to be right out in front for us.
Oh, man.
Oh, there's two of them right over here.
Oh, I see, in your hand. Yeah.
Yep.
Look at those guys. Just with your finger.
Oh yeah, they are the least skittish eel I think I've ever gotten in.
Yeah.
And they like to go in these old any empty pagoda snail shells I throw in here with them. They like to hide in those little guys.
Those are adorable. They're like loaches, but they're not going like insane.
Right.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And these cute plecos, what are these?
They're literally called a cute pleco. L123.
What the? Did someone just give up on naming? Like,
I know, right?
it's like the cute pleco. Okay, so let's see okay, here we go. Yeah, some Cinodella dwarf white spot. There we go. That's the oddball. Louis said that's the best part. Sometimes you don't care if you ever saw the fish. It's a joy you gotta see it in person. Yep. Hey, I mean that's what you gotta do. Bob, late night interview. You already know. We call ourselves the hardest working fish stream.
Oh yeah.
So that's the narrative we're going with.
Yeah, it works for me.
So speaking of the joy you get out of seeing the fish in person, so like what was the process of starting Fish and Friends? Like,
it was a whole problem. The biggest thing was the financing, getting that. But it could have been streamlined a lot better if I didn't go through small business.
But like, when did you know?
Oh, when I started absolutely despising my job. I used to be a lead up at Pella Windows. I was there for like 7-8 years. It just wasn't a fit, and things were just going downhill. I'm like, I just hate what I'm doing. So heard about some affordable rent space in here. I'm like, something I always wanted to do. You get one shot at it, so might as well make it worth it.
So did you already have like too many fish to be healthy before then, or? Like,
oh yeah, pretty much. That's why I tell people all the time, like, yeah, 45 wasn't enough. I had to go to 342. So.
Okay, 45. Okay, 45. So were you breeding stuff? Were you trading? You going to clubs? Like, what's your hobby look like?
Yeah, so I was involved with Cycling Club of York from pretty much the beginning. Their very first year, I joined that.
Okay, when was that?
2013, I think, is when they started. I think it's 2013.
Okay, you've been around.
Yeah. I was the president of that club for 4 years, and I actually gave that up to start this. If I wouldn't have gave that up, I'd probably still be. Or if I wouldn't have started this, I'd probably still be president. But got involved with ACLC. I'm involved with them. Got member of the year from them.
Okay.
Was on
the humble. You see how he snuck that in there? Got member of the year. He just snuck that in there.
I was on the board of the Northeast Council for about a year or so, and then I was on the board for the Keystone Clash for.
Okay.
Since like 2018.
Wow, where you been, man? At the meetings.
It's like once you got into the hobby, I got out to do the store. And
okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
So like, when you come into the store, like, where do you start? Like, I want to see like, what is it like when you walk into the store? Is it through this?
No, through the back door when we came in.
We're not gonna go into the back, but I just want to like, I want to walk behind you as we come into the store, and I just want to see like. Don't think about it. Like, where do you naturally walk to? Okay, so
I mean, back there, I turn all my lights and everything on. I look out here and I say, "Fuck, there's a bunch of water on the floor," and clean that up. But no,
here we go.
No, basically, first thing I do, I come out, I turn all my lights on. Everything's on its own strips and everything. Each row's on its own switch. Turn that on. First thing you do, I mean, unfortunately, own a fish store, you're gonna have some dead fish. First thing you do, go around, look for all the dead fish, make sure nothing's leaking, none of that kind of stuff. But after that, open the door, and then I usually have orders in the morning, dry goods orders putting away, fish orders might need to be done, sent by the computer. But usually, a lot of times, like 10 o'clock, a lot of times I have people waiting outside, so I usually don't get a chance to start working on stuff as much. So usually, it's a lot of times right out the gate, starting netting fish. And
do you have a favorite tank to watch?
A favorite tank to watch?
Yeah. Like when you have a second, you just like that's where you stand.
It depends on the week on what I get in. What am I really liking right now? I like the blind cave tetras. They're an oldie but a goodie. You familiar with blind caves?
Let me see.
Yeah, they're actually right above that tank we were just at. I like them because they're just so active all the time.
Jody wanted to see the eels again, anyways. That works out.
Yeah. So yeah, the blind. Now that I'm getting less and less of them, they're not as active. But when this tank had like 75 of them in there, they were just constant back and forth. And
these guys are big.
Yeah, they're good size, but it's one of those fish that you used to find them at like Walmart and wherever grocery stores sold fish back then. I feel like you don't really see them anymore. I enjoy them.
They're definitely for blind fish, moving around quite a bit.
They're very aware too. Like they're never like as soon as food hits the water, they're on top of it. Like they never run into anything. I've always wanted to do a tank like that with just no lights on, just like a little puck light up top. So it's just like the tiniest bit of light coming through on them.
Yeah, that'd be cool. You guys said some glitches. Yeah, man. Listen, we're on the phone hotspot. Look. But okay, let me see the eels one more time.
Let's see. There's one.
One more time. So, blind cave tetras, is that a staple or is that one of those ones you have to
It's one that I got in just because I haven't seen it in a while. It doesn't really sell, but you have those people, it's like they've been looking for them forever and nobody has them, so they'll buy like a dozen of them at a time, but
Okay.
not many people are coming in looking for blind caves.
Okay, interesting. Steve said he just likes them because they're easy to catch.
Yeah.
That's funny. Okay, well, one thing that I've noticed, which some stores do, and you seem to be one of them, is you've made space for some slightly aquatic things. Like you've got the mud skippers.
Yep.
And you got the panda crabs in. Which
Yep.
We'll have to look at in a second. But tell me about that.
I just like anything even closely related to aquatic, and some of those things people will request them, like the vampire crabs. People were on about them for a while. I said nobody has them, so I'm like, well, I can get those. Let me try them. And
Right.
same with the mud skippers. It's like, sometimes when people tell me they're looking for something, I take it as a challenge. Because they're like, oh, I've never seen mud skippers in a store. I'm like, I bet you I have mud skippers in 2 weeks. Like, I think that's such a cool feeling, being able, like,
Yeah.
someone comes back in like, oh my God, you actually got them. Like,
Yeah, and you've got a bunch of them too.
oh yeah.
You've got a bunch.
Yeah, I like this species too. They only get like 2 to 3 inches. The last species I had got like 10. Those things were really cool.
When I was in Louise's store, she had one. It wasn't 10, but when it eventually came out, it was huge. And I was like, I didn't even know they got that big.
Oh yeah, some of the species get really big.
That's like, so you keep mud skippers before you had the store?
Once.
Once.
I never really got too much in the brackish stuff before the store, so that's not necessarily a new avenue for me, just not one that I really dove too much into.
I know a lot of people, like, they'll do brackish, they'll do marine, they'll do reptiles. Like, you do any adjacent things to aquariums like
I did a little bit of marine before. I got really heavy in the reptiles for about a year or so at one point, and then we're actually going to open up a reptile room here at one point.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
Okay.
so this, what you're in now, this is just going to be like strictly the freshwater section. So the next
Okay.
room back is going to be split. It's going to be half saltwater, half aquascaping, plants, all that good stuff.
Wow.
And then the other room's going to be just strictly
This
reptiles.
guy just wants to work. That's what I'm hearing. So, okay. You've been here for a year. Mm-hmm. I see you've got a ton of dry goods over here, a ton of foods and stuff. What is the process for stocking a shelf like this? You start out with this like empty, and you're like a newer store. Like, what is that like?
So the way I did it, a lot of people, they'll buy a crap ton of stuff right out the gate. I slowly built my inventory. Like every week I would basically just hit my minimum. Like, okay, I want to see what's selling, what people want. Ask the
Right.
customers, hey, what do you want to see in here? And basically every week just add some stuff they wanted. Find some brands, maybe some don't work as well, but you got to carry some of your staples. Like there's certain stuff over there I absolutely hate. I hate carrying Hikari dry food. I hate it. I think it's all garbage. I don't like. I love the frozen food. That whole freezer stocked with Hikari frozen.
Yeah,
I
you got a
love
big
it.
freezer over there.
Yeah, but the dry stuff, I would love to discontinue the dry stuff from Hikari.
Interesting, but people
But
want
people
it.
buy it.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
It's, you find out with some fish and stuff too. Like fish, I hate stocking. People want them. Like anything short body, I hate. And
Okay.
like a lot of the hybrids. So people,
I
but
did.
people-
I did. You the balloon rams.
Yeah, I just got those, and I've avoided them for the last year and a half. But people request
Really?
them.
So people really do what? Because I see them
They
in stores,
do.
and I'm like, man, why do people have the balloon?
You wouldn't believe balloon mollies. I sell them out like crazy. But weird people like the short body stuff, the oddball stuff that shouldn't really exist. But
Okay.
it's what sells. I don't understand it. But
What are some other fish that you're like, man, people that like this so much, I wouldn't even stock it. but-
coolie loaches. I hate coolie loaches,
Oh
and people
my god.
love
Oh
coolies.
no.
I think it's my aspect of one, like I used to call them filter fish because I was always digging them out of my filters. And I know you can set them up, you can get them nice and heavily stocked and planted, but like they hide so much, and catching them in a storage is a whole different animal. Especially now I got sand in all my tanks.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's a nightmare.
Okay. Sand in all your tanks. Is that like a hard decision in your store? Like, I'm gonna put sand in all my tanks, or is that pretty standard? Like.
Oh, I think in a lot of stores they do bare bottoms. It's easier to catch stuff. I just hate bare bottom tanks. I don't like the look of them. My fish room was like that too. I never had bare bottom. I just don't like it.
Jeff said I like derpy fish. Is that
Derpy fish.
Is that what you have against coolie loaches? You don't like derpy fish?
I think that'd be more the short body stuff.
Okay. You don't consider them to be derpy.
No, I just don't like digging them out of filters and the way they hide and stuff. But it could have been just that specific filter I was running at the time. Just had too wide of an intake or something.
Adi K said, hey, I Adi K has some coolie loaches. William said, this guy still streams. Awesome. Yes. Okay. So, yeah, coolie loaches. I get what you're saying though. The filter thing.
Oh yeah.
You got to have them set up right so you see them all the
Oh
time.
yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
It's one of the biggest gripes is like getting people to buy more than like one or two of a fish. And they
Yeah.
think I'm just trying to make money. I'm like, no, like if you get 2 of these coolie loaches for your 55-gallon tank, you're never gonna see them again.
Right.
And then 2 weeks later, oh man, I never saw those coolies after I put them in. Oh yeah, I wonder why.
Yeah. No, I heard you earlier. Someone was asking you about they wanted to buy one Cory, and
Yeah.
you tried to give them the more Cory pitch, and they're like,
Yeah, like, oh, I've never kept more than one Cory. I'm like, okay.
Which is crazy.
That's crazy to me, too.
If
yeah.
I got a Cory, I just want more, just because I like them so much.
Oh, yeah, like, how can you even just get one and not want more? That blows my mind.
Yeah. Oh, yo, William Justice gifted a membership. Thank you so much, William. Appreciate it. I'm back on my job. We're streaming. I didn't stream for 3 days. Apparently, that's just...
Phew, man, what's wrong with 3 days?
I know, apparently.
You got some needy fans in there, man.
Hey, I appreciate it.
Going through withdrawal.
If we just make sure it's not like a dependent relationship, like, it's fine. You know what I mean? Codependent is what they say. Okay, another thing I've noticed unique is what I just bumped into, just almost disturbingly, that you have here. I don't see in a lot of stores.
The fruit flies.
Guys, he's got a fruit fly like culture on the counter. This is, assumably where you spend a lot of time behind the counter, and you put these right by you. So.
Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of live foods that are in those little containers. I just put them up here on the counter. I got a lot of customers that have dart frogs, but I also try to pitch them to the guys that are like keeping like hatchets and killies, and some of your smaller top dwellers too. They love them.
I've been thinking about trying these, but it scares me.
That's fair. I mean, pop the lid off. I mean, I get that all the time. People are like, oh, I'm trying to keep them out of my house. I'm not bringing them in my house. I totally get it.
But I do keep killies and all those fish you listed, and it's just like, man. Oh, the platinum half beaks I got from you.
Yeah.
I've got 15 fry from them now.
No way. That's awesome.
Yep. So see, that's an example of when I would toss these on.
Yeah, absolutely.
So did you feed these to your fish yourself?
I never really kept them. My wife. Yeah, no.
See, that's the thing. Oh, what? Big Steve sent a membership too. Thank you, Big Steve. I gotta come to Fishing Friends more often.
I was gonna say, man,
they never give me memberships.
What does that mean? What is a membership? I'm not familiar with that.
So like on YouTube, you can do like a membership, and sometimes you get it's like a $5 or $2, and sometimes you get like access to more videos and stuff.
Oh,
I'm a small
cool.
channel, so like I don't really have. But it's basically people's way of just saying, "Oh, appreciate the stream."
Oh, that's cool.
You know what I mean? So. No, I appreciate you guys. Actually, the other stream, a couple streams ago, they went crazy, so I appreciate you. Hardest working fish stream, that's right. Fishcapade said, I used to feed my bettas, my Wonder Killies are more cricket size. Oh my gosh, cricket size. I prefer to refer to Nick as our streaming savage. Well, okay, this is the thing, you're selling these, you got the, I need you to pitch these to me because I need to make this. But the problem is, whenever I talk to someone that has them and is selling them, they more tell me reasons like, oh, my wife, like just what you said, like why I haven't done it.
It's a very hard sell. It's more or less the people come in. I have enough people coming in to look for them.
Yeah,
I can get I usually get like 2 or 3 in at a time because I'm like, oh, they'll sell before they expire.
Well, the people that use them usually have like 8 of them.
So yeah, one guy's like, yeah, I got like 4 going right now, but you always need another one. I'm like, yeah, I mean, I agree with that logic.
This is cool. I mean. It's tempting just because you see so much stuff alive that you want to feed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Immediately. Nick said, even I would eat the... Bro, why would you... He said, even I would eat those. Okay,
$14.99, come get them.
So is this something you could actually just order? Like this is like a...
Yeah, I get them. You get them from one of my... I get a live foods every Wednesday from a company, and I usually just toss a couple of those in there too.
So what are some other live foods or foods in general like... This is something most stores don't have.
Yeah,
I think it's
right next
cool.
to you, I got a tank of live brine shrimp right there on the counter. It's getting towards the end of its expiration. I'm getting more coming in. 2 more days, I think I got more brine coming in.
It is a lot.
Yeah.
That is a lot of brine shrimp.
I usually get I get about 24 to 36 ounces at a time of it.
Okay.
But then I got 2 sizes of feeder guppies, rosy reds, 2 sizes of goldfish. Have the black worms. This guy just dropped me off some cultures. He's going to start culturing vinegar eels here.
Okay, nice.
Somebody's going to start bringing me white worm cultures. So
nice.
I had micro worms. They didn't sell very well, but that was just at the very beginning. So I'm going to try to get them going again.
I hear that people say like people are now coming in asking for things like this, like live foods. Is that becoming more of a popular?
Oh yeah. I think it's cool like seeing like the store kind of like the customer base evolve because like there's so many customers that have come in and they're like I've never had a fish tank, something like a 10-gallon kit, and all of a sudden they're turning into actual hobbyists. Like, hey, I want to try this. I saw this somewhere. Or I want to try this live food. Seems like something different. So it's cool seeing everybody's stuff expand like that.
No, Steve said I'm trying to butter him up. Wait till he gets my hey, buy these fish while you're there list. That is something we do a lot in the Discord. Like when I went to Louisa's store, people like had a list of fish for me to bring back to them.
Got a bunch of bad influences in there.
I know. I'm definitely buying some fish. If that's okay.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell you not to shop in my store.
I mean, technically you're close, so you know.
I don't care.
Okay. Annie K asked, how do you feed that and not have them flying around your house?
The flightless. So they're flightless for, I think someone told me before it's 3 generations, and they are able to fly again. I've never had a culture going that long if they started flying again, so I don't know. You keep stuff like that, you'd probably feed those, like other stuff, right?
I have heard that about these. I haven't done these, but yeah, some of the flightless flies, they can start getting wings again. I think if you let them get too hot, especially.
Oh, is that what it is, temperature?
I think that's one of the things.
Okay, yeah, I've never had them grow their wings or
Which-
fly again or whatever, but some people say it does happen.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if you have dart frogs or something, it sounds like they're basically a necessity for the most part.
Oh yeah, so they're feeding them before it even happens anyway.
Yeah. Oh shit, Johnny Best with the $2. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you very much. They want me to buy some fish. Huh? So I'm scared to move around a little bit because we're having some internet connections, but I do have a picture of this fish that I'll pull up. But there's one fish here I'm particularly interested in that I'm hoping you can tell me about. It's the corridor I used in the thumbnail. The CWO 27?
Brevirostris or something like that?
The one with the high fin?
Yeah, the high fin
and
spotted.
the gold?
Oh, they're beautiful. I just got those in this Sunday night. I got them wild caught out of Colombia.
Okay.
Yeah, awesome little fish.
So how long have those ones been around?
Honestly, I got some in a while ago that were listed as a different species. They were full grown, huge. Lonnie actually took them home with them, and that's what they ended up being.
Okay.
I've never really seen them, but there's so many Cory species. I'm sure you're bound to miss a couple.
I know. So am I imagining that it seems like a bunch of Corys are coming? Like I feel like I'm seeing a new Cory every time I go into a store now.
I think a lot of it's too because they just restructured the whole genus. So like they split it up. You got your Hoplosoma, Osteogaster, Scleromastix, all that good stuff. So
Okay.
I think it's comes down to trade names too. I hate trade names. I wish everything was just went by taxonomic.
Okay.
Because like people message me like, hey, do you have this fish? I'm like, well, I never heard of that. Then you got to look up. It's like, oh, well, you actually mean this. Like someone hit me up the other day, and maybe you've heard. Have you ever heard someone refer to a gold laser as a gold neon Cory?
No.
I've never heard of it.
No.
They said, oh yeah, do you have any gold neons? I'm like, I have gold lasers. Like, yeah, gold neons. I'm like, that's not what they're called.
I do not like that.
No, it throws me off so much.
Because I feel like that also makes it like more close to the neon tetra, which is much different.
Yeah,
like,
neon tetra and glowfish tetra. People screw them up all the time. They want neon tetras. They're like, well, where are you going? They're over there. I'm like, well, those are glowfish. Oh yeah, that's what I mean. Like
they call neon tetras glowfish.
I get so many people calling glowfish neon tetras or neon fish.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Fishcapade said, I have those CW027 hyphen. Yeah, you got it right.
Brevirostris.
Brevirostris. Thank you. You saved me. Been looking for more of them for years now. For years.
Cool, man. Just come right up to Hanover, Pennsylvania, Monday through Saturday, 10 to 7.
There
Just
you go.
Putting it out there.
There you go. So what are you doing Sunday? Why not every day?
I need a break, man. I'm here every day. It's just me. But Sundays I'm usually getting fish too.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll be in here. There's some nights I'm in here till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, depending on what time the planes land.
Yeah. Okay, so planes landing, they're bringing in fish. Since the tariffs, you had the news article. You're like the fish store tariff
Dude,
person.
I don't know what happened there. Like, all I did, like, one of my distributors sent out this email. It said, hey, like, just a heads up, these tariffs are about to hit. All
Yeah.
I did was literally copy his email, share it.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I got the newspaper reaching out to me. I've gotten a news. I can't remember if it was. I think it might have been Fox. I can't remember if it was Fox or one of the other stations, but they came out and interviewed me. I'm like,
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I'm getting like attacked by people. They're like, calling me like, one guy called me a liberal puke because I'm like, dude, like, I don't do politics to begin with. I don't get involved
fish store,
with it.
buddy.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, like, I'm literally just copying, telling you what's happening. Like, most of the stuff, like, fish-wise, I pretty much eat the cost on most of this. Most of this isn't too bad. Now, like, I just put in an order for Brazil. That's a 35% tariff. I'm not going to be able to just eat that. And,
Wow.
yeah.
From Brazil, too. Because I feel like when you say tariffs, the only ones any of us know are like, oh, yeah, China's got
Oh,
tariffs.
yeah.
But, like, Brazil, 35%, that's a lot.
And I thought that was an odd one. So all my others, like I got 2 distributors in Colombia. I go through Peru, Trinidad. Like, none of them have any sort of high tariff. But Brazil at 35%. I don't know what happened there.
That's crazy.
And I haven't ordered. I was getting really cool fish out of China, but that tariff was astronomical too. So I haven't ordered from them in a while either.
So, yeah, and I put the link in the chat to one of the Evening Suns article where you can see it. So, yeah, it's just how many countries has that affected? Like you said, China's one. Are there any others you're like, I just can't order from right now?
Brazil and China are the 2 biggest hits.
Okay.
And nothing else is really too bad that like dry goods wise, like it just goes up with that cost because I can't really eat too much. I don't make much off dry goods anyway, but some of the fish like out of Indonesia, it's like 10% or something. Like I can eat 10% on a tetra. Like when it comes down to it, it's like cents on the dollar. That's not a huge deal. I don't mind doing that for people.
Interesting. Also, Louise says apparently mud skippers like wingless fruit flies.
I've never tried that. I know they devour the hell out of blackworms when I put them in, though.
And then Mick said scientists started to breed wingless because they used those in experiments, and someone got a hold of them and spread them in the dart frog and terrarium community, I've been told.
That's really cool. It
That's
makes total sense.
That's a good origin story. That's a good origin story.
How do you breed that, though? Like, how do you, like, hey, I'm going to make this thing just not fly anymore? Like, stuff like, the weird stuff like that always throws me off. Like, how did you breed that and make that happen?
Interesting. And Canada also, are you saying for the tariffs? So
yeah, we got hit on Northfin Foods come out of Canada. We got hit on those.
Wow. So what would you say, like, for the dry, like, is Northfin one of the more popular foods?
Not as much as I thought it would be. My most popular food's hands down Extreme. Extreme sells quicker than anything, but I thought for sure Northfin would be up there. I mean, it's a really good food. I feed it in my food. Well,
I hear good things about it. So
it's excellent.
Okay. Interesting.
Yep.
Fish Bay said bring those quarries to Cincy. Well, you did say you wanted to start shipping us.
Yep, this spring we're going to start shipping. Yep.
Okay, interesting. So like
oxygen tanks already set. Just got to get some packing material, and we're good to go.
Wow. So are you prepared mentally for that workflow?
I'm hoping I can make enough through the winter, because winter time's going to be the busiest time.
Okay.
Hoping I can afford to hire some people that, like, hey, like, I can take care of shipping. You guys do whatever you got to do out here.
Okay.
But yeah, definitely goals early spring to start shipping.
So have you thought about your hiring process? Because I feel like I hear a lot it's hard to find people with fish stores.
Yeah, and I hear that too.
Like, there's not like a club person, you're like, you got like a 16, 18-year-old kid that needs a job. Like,
it's going to be one of those deals where it's like, I don't think I want to hire someone that's like insanely crazy experience, because like I've been in stores like that where the people are super experienced, and like it's like almost like I notice I'm talking down to people, you know what I mean? Like you walk in and it's like, oh, you think you know more than me and stuff like that. And it's hard. Like, I mean, being able to pay someone a living wage, it's gonna have to be like a teenager, at least the start. Like I'm not gonna pay someone 20-something bucks an hour to make a living off. It's gonna be part-time people, and definitely don't want to get into like too many like friends and family. So I just feel like that just 100%. Sours it,
especially your new business. You don't have time to waste on, you know.
Yeah, like,
actually, I don't want to do this anymore, Uncle.
Yeah. Well, that's a couple like friends, like club people, and like people I become friends with. Like, hey, whenever you want to hire, I'll work for you. I'm like, I don't know if I want. Like, if something happens, you ruin that relationship. It's just not good.
Yeah, 100%. Chris said the U.S. accused Brazil of unfair business practice and just raised this tariff. Importing fish right now is scary because the tariffs have been changing weekly.
Yeah, it's nuts. There's sometimes I'll get it's like, hey, your tariffs are this for the week, then all of a sudden, oh, well, they just reverted to this. Like, it hasn't been in a little while, but for a while, especially China, that one was rough.
So who hit you about the tariff? Like, is it you turn on the news, or is it literally like your distributor or whatever? It's like, hey, here's the fish list. Add 100% to everything.
Some of them, yeah, or like even certain ones, like at the end of their bill, like they'll like put, here's your tariff cost or something like that.
Your 20% gratuity.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I think it's interesting though, like with the fish business, you're bringing things from different places all the time,
right? Like
constantly. How often are you finding a new place to order from? Like, I've never ordered from this country before. Is that something you do? Like, oh, let me try it.
I have my import license, so I mean, I can do that. I haven't really since. I don't get, like, during the week, since it's just me, like, I can't just, like, go, oh, there's a plane coming at 10 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday. I can't just go get it. So I haven't been able to explore as much as I want to. That's another reason I want to start hiring people, so I can expand out more. Because the way I have it worked out now, most of my stuff either gets delivered here, or I can meet someone, like, an hour and a half away on my day closed. Like, I can meet a driver, I can catch a plane or something on a Sunday night. And then some of the stuff comes directly here, but I can definitely expand out more once I hire more people.
You catch a plane, you don't mean like fly to the fish?
No. Okay. Someone actually suggested to me, there's a guy down in, is it Paraguay or Uruguay? I don't remember, Paraguay or Uruguay, but they were telling me that if I wanted to get them to collect fish for me, it would be cheaper for me to get on a plane, go down, pick up the fish, and then fly back with the fish, like basically sneak them in your luggage and stuff, than it would be to actually ship a box up here. They said it's actually cheaper to do that way. I'm like, well, I'm not going to be getting fish from you guys then.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, before you start shipping, you'll definitely need to hire someone.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you got to, I already seen they started donating, like, already. You just came onto the stream, like, you come in And you imagine coming to the store, you checking, you're like, I got 50 orders to
Oh,
send
yeah.
out this morning. Like,
At least once a week, someone's like, hey, are you shipping it? Are you shipping it? And I'm like, I wish I was, because the fish you want is the stuff that's not really popular. Like, I think that's going to be the big mover on the oddball stuff. Like, around here, like, I get a lot of apistos. I get stuff out of Czech Republic, like a lot of rare killifish. But
yeah, they
in
got
the
some
area
cool
around
killers.
here, yeah, in the area around here, it's not, like, your average keeper's not going to go buy a Paranothabranchius. It's just not going to happen. But, like, someone, out in, California or Florida, hey, I'm looking for this species you have it, ship it to me, but...
Wow.
Yeah, that's the hard part, finding a balance on how expensive and how rare fish. Like when I started bringing in stingrays, I was scared out of my mind. So I'm like, no one in this area is going to buy stingrays, and I sell the crap out of stingrays around here.
Really?
I wouldn't have expected it.
That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. Like, how much did you live around here already?
About 10 minutes up the road.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. So you kind of already knew the area, but like, how much did you try and think about like, oh, this area, what fish do these people like? Because
It
it's
blew
not.
me away.
I feel like a lot of us that are involved with the club, and just like even just like YouTube, we get out of touch with like what the average person.
Oh yeah.
You know,
that was my
looking for?
biggest thing when I started. My wife really reeled me in. Actually, you got to remember, these people want guppies, they want neon tetras, they want platies, they don't want purple fin hillstream loaches, they don't want some
Right.
true parrot cichlid. I'm like, it really took a while to reel that in.
That true parrot.
Oh my gosh, when people come in and ask me for parrots, and that's the first thing I do, I always take them to the true parrot. Like, no, I mean the red one. I'm like, oh, you mean the blood parrot, not the real parrot.
Right. That's hilarious.
Yeah, but that's another one too. Like, I think, well, at one point I had like 4 or 5 different types of blood parrots, and I'm not a big fan of them. Again, the short body stuff, but people eat them up.
Interesting.
And it's those weird ones. You just got to bring them in and got to pay your bills.
Ani K wants to know, how big an aquarium does a stingray need?
So the ones I have, they have the potential to reach about, depending on the species, 30 to 36 inch diameter. Realistically, in a home aquarium, you're not going to hit that. You'll probably get about 20, 24. I would say shoot for, at bare minimum, get a 180, just because it's got that nice 2-foot footprint. But like these 300-gallon stock tubs here, I've been sending people down the rural, because we're in a mall. So at the end of our mall is Rural King. You can go pick one of these stock tubs up for like $250, 300 gallons.
Yeah.
And people have been more inclined to buy stingrays. Like, hey, I don't have to spend thousands of dollars on a tank. I can just get a $250 to $300 stock tub.
It's not the worst way to view them either. Like, you
No,
kind of
that's
set
because you
up
get that nice, the top view
Yeah.
one. I mean, yeah, you won't have the glass, but I mean, they're mostly on the bottom anyway. So it's like most of the time, you're not going to always see them like up swimming around. And that's definitely been the most popular way people have been getting stingrays from me. They're going down and getting those.
So that's actually, speaking of the high dollar stuff, is great because Mick is sharing some auction prices, and he's in Sweden, I believe. But so the biggest auction last Saturday, 6 CW 111s.
That's the Vulcan cores, right?
Yep, $350 for 6 of them.
That's not bad. If you're familiar with Jeff Michaels at Aquatic Clarity, he sells pairs for like $700.
Yep, I do. I was just looking at those the other day. Is that one that you would bring in, like the stingrays? Because how much are the stingrays?
They range from $300 to $650. The ones that I currently bring in.
Okay, so come on, a $150 quarry. What's the problem?
How many you got? How many you gonna buy for a school though? That's the hard part.
That person just bought one quarry.
They buy one $6.99 quarry. They're not gonna buy a $150 quarry. Now that'll be something I'm gonna wait till I start shipping to bring in really expensive quarries. Like the most expensive quarries I do now. Steve that helps out here. He brings in black Venezuelans and gold lasers, like $30 a piece. That's like as high end as I'm going right now until I start shipping.
But people do buy those.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Surprisingly, usually it's one person like, hey, I've been looking for these forever. I want X amount. But yeah, people do buy them.
William said, I want purple fin hillies.
I usually have them with China's tariffs. That's the only reason I might have one left, but I usually get bags of like 50 or so of them out of China when I order.
How do they come in?
They usually are really good. Now, like in the summertime, it's kind of hit or miss because it's so warm over here and they're from really cold water. But overall, they usually do pretty well.
Okay. Interesting.
That's a nice thing. Like pretty much everything wild caught I get out of China does really well as long as you keep the water cold enough for them. Usually they don't like above like 75.
Wow. Okay, so you think temperature for those are really? Cause I know with the reticulated ones, people are keeping them. Seem like they're keeping them a little warmer. Sometimes.
I've been noticing that. I think it's just because more and more people are captive breeding them now instead of wild catching them. So it seems like they're becoming more hardier as far as cold tolerance goes.
Okay. That's
or heat tolerance, I should say.
What's up, Ross? Ross said, fish people water change Wednesday, actively lurking. Big screen, we're on the TV. What's up? Ross's family room. Steve said Amazonianism for 129. I think that's the Vulcans. Johnny says, what is the most expensive corridors right now?
On the market? The most expensive one, and I just heard about this, the Hephaestus. I only know about it through auction because Steve and Lonnie were telling me when they were at the Clash, I guess a bag of like 6 juveniles went for like over $400 there.
Yeah.
And that's auction price too,
we
so
have
that's not even retail.
We have the purchaser of the chat, Jody P.
Oh, is that who got them?
Yeah. $401.
Yeah, I mean, they're a beautiful fish.
The fireball cores.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not even looking, like, if you had seen them on the list, you would have probably.
There's no way I would have ordered them. Not really. Yeah, there's no way. God, no.
What?
If auction price is $400 on a bag of 6, retail price is going to be astronomical.
Okay, so the most, like, and this is, like, just some random pictures of the fireball cores. That's the one he's talking about, which I'm sure most of you know, because we love just reminding Jody how much she spent on them. But, what's the most expensive core you'd bring in then?
Right now?
Just the gold lasers and the.
Probably for right
Okay.
now, because they're hard. Actually, I brought in Brocus multiradiatus, like full-grown adults, and I think those ran about 50 a piece, and I did sell all those to one guy.
Okay.
But full. You ever see those guys, the multiradiatus?
No, I haven't.
They're beautiful when they're like, and I didn't realize that time. I thought they kept this coloration their whole life, but they lose it after about an inch. So that's why I brought them in.
Okay, let's see. How do you spell? Let's see. You said Brocus?
Yep, multi-radii. Yep, second
there
one
we go.
down.
Okay.
So
Wow.
So that's what I thought they were going to look like throughout their whole life, but they actually just look more like a Splendens, like the Emerald, after they hit about an inch.
What the hell? What a scam.
I know, because that's what I said to the guy. I'm like, I sent a picture after I got them out of the box. I'm like, hey, like these are definitely Brocus Splendens, right? He goes, no, they're multi-radiatus. You can tell by the dorsal.
Okay.
He said they lose that color after about an inch and they just go solid green.
So check this out, guys. So this is the core you're talking about. You're saying they stop looking like this.
At about an inch.
Why would they tease us like that?
I know.
What's
And
the
especially
point?
like Glazer, that's the picture they're posting on like
Yeah.
Glazer's website. I'm like, man, I'm gonna buy the hell out of these. It's like, oh, it's just a green fish. I mean, it's still a really cool fish. It gets about 4 or so inches. A pretty big Cory, but
Oh my gosh.
well, Brocus get big in general, but
Tim Panasuk said, my mom lives in East Berlin, never knew about this place. I'll be in soon.
awesome.
Awesome. We'll have to experiment with walking around again, but we're getting some good questions in here, so I want to just focus in. Jody's famous for Cory purchase. Yep. Okay, so what are there other fish like this where like they look like this younger and then they change and people
Oh
are
yeah,
like, what happened?
Tropheus dubois is one of the big ones because the trade name is white spot cichlid.
Okay.
But they
Thank
only
you for that, because I was trying to spell.
Yeah. But yeah, so that with the black with the yellow, that's the adult. I have one left, but the black and white that's what they look like when they're babies.
Okay.
And I think it's such a pretty. And saltwater's like that too. A lot of your saltwater angels, like emperor angels and stuff like that, they're beautiful when they're young. I mean, they're still cool looking when they're older, but not nearly as pretty when they're young.
So this one, it's the spots when they're young.
Yep.
And then the adult. I mean, the adult's not that bad.
No. With
that
me, like if I look at that bottom one and you tell me it's called the white spot cichlid, I'm like, why?
Yeah, that's a scam.
Yeah.
That's a scam. Louise said, I hate that about the panda loach. Cute when it's little.
Yes, that's another one I have right now that does the exact same thing.
I don't think I've even seen a picture of the panda loach when they're adults. Like, I only see the picture of them when they're...
Yeah, that picture right there with the young on the top and adult on the bottom all the way to the left, that's the picture I put on my tag specifically for that reason, because they're beautiful. I mean, they're still okay when they're older,
but you know, you're
that's
solid
a gorgeous
for that.
fish, yeah.
So how many people, like, they buy them when they're young and then they bring them back when they're old? Is that
I haven't had that happen yet.
like,
I usually try to let people know, like, hey, it's not going to look like this in, like, probably a couple months max.
Okay.
Yeah, because they do churn pretty quick. Like, I'll get them in, because, I mean, they're wild caught, too, so I get them in wild. They look like top picture, and I would say within a month or so, they start getting that yellow coloration. All depends on how old they are when they come in, though, too.
Interesting. About a month or so they could turn this color, like, while they're still in the store.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, but actually, pretty much all the ones I have left right now are all that adult coloration.
Okay. But do people, they don't care. They buy them?
Yeah. I mean, it's another one of those more hobbyist fish, or people that keep like a cooler water tank and they just want something cool on the bottom there. So
Okay.
they are a really cool loach.
So I like talking about the difference, since you were in the club for a really long time. Like president for how many years?
4 years as president.
Yeah.
So a literal presidential term.
Yeah, that's crazy. So what do you think is some of the biggest, well, maybe not misconceptions is the right word, but things that people in clubs lose sight of about the average like fish keeper?
You mean just like the day-to-day process, or like the retail
Just
aspect?
like,
or?
just like what people that aren't in clubs and have 50 tanks, what their experience, like the fishes they're keeping, what they're looking for. What are some people that they lose sight of?
I think a lot of people that are like heavily involved in the clubs, I think they lose sight of like the smaller, or not like necessarily smaller, but like the more common stuff, like the really cool stuff. Like I love swordtails. Like swordtails are one of my favorite fish on the planet, any of them. But like I feel like once you get like really involved in the club, you see all this really cool rare stuff nobody else has. It's like you get away from common stuff. Like Lonnie, when he comes in, I just got him back in the bettas. Like he bred the crap out of bettas in like the 80s. Got out of it, got into like all like the rare cichlids, killies, live bears, stuff like that, and now he's tearing down tanks, put up more beta tanks and beta jars and stuff like that to start breeding them again. So I think that's just like your common like Petco fish, I guess you could call it, your chain store fish people lose sight of.
Oscar said no fish on his website. Yeah, the fish is in the store. He's not shipping yet, Oscar's. But if you go onto his Facebook, you do keep an updated list of like what's coming in and things like that.
Yeah, every time I get new fish, I post an updated list. I had a spreadsheet going that was like live update. Like every time I sell out of something, I'd take it off. Every time I get something in, I add it. But when we started out the expansion, because were all the side tanks up when you were the first time you were in?
I don't think so, no.
Yeah, so like when we started that, I just had no time to work on any of that because I was getting up. I mean, I was basically like doubling our inventory at that time, so I just kind of got away from it. I'd like to start it up again, though, keep a live running list of what we got.
There's people like me that every time a store posts a new fish thing, I look at it.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Every time. I think Fridays usually we do a stream and we'll look like the online stores that do it. We'll look at those and I'll look at the local ones too. So it's just like it's cool to see what's coming in. Okay, juveniles. Okay. Skipper said, Blake, I need to make a road trip to your shop.
Skipper, where you been, buddy?
Come on, man.
I haven't seen Skipper in a while.
Come on over. Okay, so long time in the hobby. Start the store. Anything surprise you so far?
How expensive it is to start a store. It's crazy. Like that's the thing. Like I see people talk like, oh, like I don't want to get too much into like not like club drama or something, but like someone actually complained because like I set myself up a little fish room in the back, like 13 tanks, and someone's like, hey, why don't you, or I said about doing like BAP, submitting BAP entries. Someone complained like, oh, it's unfair. He has a store, then he submits BAP. I'm like, I still got to breed the fish.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, you have access to everything. I'm like, you have access to everything I do. Just come buy it. Like, what do you mean? Like, it's not like I'm bringing in stuff just to screw the club out of BAP.
Yeah.
And the stuff I submitted, it was literally the
also,
most
who cares? It's bad.
Right. And I'm like, I'm donating everything to the club. If I would win a prize, it's probably a prize that I'm going to donate to from the store, and I'm probably just going to donate it to the club again anyway. Like. But it was like the thing that they got mad about. It was I submitted 7 entries. I haven't submitted anything since. I got really upset about it. But it was like bladder snails, Malaysian trumpets, cherries. It was the most basic stuff that I'm like, hey, I could throw this in a 10-gallon.
Only someone with a fish room could breed those back.
Right, that's what I mean. Like, yeah, like I'm really tipping the scales by having my fish store and putting in bladder snail, like the easiest little stuff. Because like Cichlids Club of York they were for the longest time they were only cichlids in their BAP program. But now they do all species. Like, well, I got to catch up with all this easy crap to just get some points. I've been behind for so long, and yeah, it's like then they get mad because I submitted 7 of the easiest things that you don't even have to try to breed. I'm like, come on.
People do good, but I'm competing with Aaron Smalls in ACM. We're trying to see who wins BAP. So
How many points you guys up to?
He has 300 something. I have 200 and like
for the year.
Yeah.
Jesus, that's pretty good for a year.
Yeah.
God.
But see, so I think I've submitted. Oh, I need to submit my forms. I've submitted 20 species so far.
Okay.
I'm trying to get to 30. So, but yeah, we're going hard.
See, and that's what I would love to see that in more clubs. Like that was my favorite thing when I was involved in clubs. I loved BAP and I loved CARES. Like at one point I had like 20-something CARES species I was maintaining, and I got really heavy into BAP trying to build up the points. But I feel like that friendly competition is so healthy for clubs. It brings in all those cool species. Like
100%.
Especially you can only breed it one time to get the points. So I'd love to see that in more clubs. That really competitive BAP going on.
Yeah,
and you just don't really see it anymore.
It's like honestly, I hate driving. I wouldn't even drive to the ACM meetings if it weren't for BAP. Like it's just fun competing against them. And Vic said the heating of a store alone is costly when it's in a cold country. Do you have to pay heat here?
Oh God, yeah. Last year, my 1 month, I think it was January, February, it was like a $1,300 gas bill.
Oh God.
Yeah. Well, I lose so much heat to the. That's why I keep that tarp down up there because the first year it's just a gate. So I mean, just air pumping out of here, and it keeps heated here from like 77 to 82, depending on the day. But losing all that, they don't heat the mall or anything, so it just goes right out there.
Wow. That's one thing that was talking to my club, ASCM, about. We're going to try and do a swap in December. I was like, man, how do we get like stores to be represented at swaps more? Not necessarily ask them for donations. And then I know you've gone to the ACLC swap. You guys had a table, which is really cool. like if you don't have time to do that, what is a good way that we can still have like a presence? You know, like
That's the hard part. 'Cause that was very fortunate that Lonnie was like, "Hey, I'm going up there anyway. I'll run your table for you." Like that's awesome doing
Yeah.
that. And having a presence with like a store. I mean, I feel like at that point it's basically, hey, set up a table, maybe throw out some like flyers or business cards, like
Yeah.
something like that. Like you don't necessarily have to be there. Have someone watching that's try to sell or something like that. Just to even like advertise, because a lot of the events for at least a retail store, that's like it's more important about advertising than it is actually making money. Obviously, you want to make money there, cover your costs,
Right.
but it's more important about getting your name out there.
Yeah, because one thing I was thinking of is like, man, we do these swaps and stuff. Like sometimes with the donations, I feel like it's not that they don't benefit anyone, but I'm just like, okay, we got 200 plants. Like, and are any of the club members going to start shopping at Florida Aquatic Nurseries?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, that's
you
the
know
surprising
what I
me.
mean?
Like places like that, like Florida Aquatic Nurseries, because they don't sell. They only sell wholesale. Like you can't buy from them. So it really surprised me when places like that do actually go, like, hey, I'm going to donate, because they've always been great to the Clash too. Like I was on that Clash board for a while. They donated every single year, and I was really shocked. I'm like, we can't buy from you. We can buy from stores that you supply, but it always kind of shocked me and impressed me that they would submit that much stuff. And every club, even I guess. Can you buy direct from Tropica, or do you have to go through stores for them too? I've only ever dealt with them wholesale.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's another one.
So I couldn't buy from a Florida Aquatic Nursery.
No. To my knowledge, unless something changed, I'm pretty sure
okay.
Florida Aquatic Nurseries, you have to go. Actually, I can't even buy from them anymore. They don't even sell. They sell to a handful of distributors, like Seagrass, J-Mark, or J-Mac, J-Mark, something like Jarmac, something like that. And there's a third one, but they sell to them, and then you have to go through those distributors. So yeah, I can't even get through Florida Aquatic anymore.
Okay, well, thanks. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just like the donations to be more impactful. So it's like not taken for granted, where it's just like, okay, here we go. This is the filter. This is the whatever.
Honestly, something like that. If someone donates, send them a thank you. That's like the most like right. I don't know if it's like I donated a tank kit to our local SPCA. They sent me a nice little handwritten thing in the mail. Like
you can just like flash like
just like a nice little something like that. Just if a club or a shop donates or a big corporation, just send them a little thank you note, just something like that. Like
no, that's helpful because
yeah.
I want to I want it to be more meaningful to the club goers and to the stores.
Oh yeah,
you know?
and especially somewhere like Florida Aquatic that like they can't like you like if I donated to like I got donated like I did a platinum sponsorship through the Clash. I donated like $1,000 worth of fish to the Clash. But like for me, like seeing the results of that would be like I also sent in 20% off livestock coupons for the thing. So like for me, seeing that would be okay. How many people are bringing these coupons back in? How many people are coming in and saying, "Hey, I saw this at the Clash," and or even just getting like a little handwritten thing from someone like, "Hey, we appreciate you doing that for us," and stuff like that. So that's what the places want to see.
So when you guys come in, just say, "Yeah, I saw the stream."
Yeah. Hey, get your whole live stream in here. I'll start sponsoring. Give you some free stuff to talk about on your page and everything.
Let's see. Okay, yeah. What we say, yeah, strictly wholesale. Johnny Best said, in the good old days, not many LFSs would advertise on newspapers. Interesting. I mean, where do you run advertisements?
There's like not much advertisement around it. Like we used to have it was called the Merchandiser, and that would basically be like all like your ads, and you have like yard sale stuff and people selling stuff. Now that went out years ago. I tried getting in the billboards or anything, but like even like the most rundown billboard across the street's like $1,400 a month. And my main thing is Facebook, Google, and honestly radio is a big one. I did not expect that. But we have a huge it's called Froggy 107, or I had a business card up here for it.
You put a radio ad up there?
Yeah, like they
Wow.
I only get in like the promo because like some of the stuff's ridiculously expensive, but like for the rest of this year you get a promo, and then for the first quarter of the year you get a promo, and like I get a lot of people through radio. I didn't expect that at all.
The gym is dropping right now. Everyone's ready to go place a radio ad right now.
Yeah, I think it's Froggy 1077. I think it's what it's called. But it's like the big country music station around here. I'm not a country music guy, but
that's a smart placement.
Oh yeah, for the money you spend, I think their things say they hit like 82,000 listeners a day or something like that. And people do come in and say, "Hey, I heard your radio ad and thought I'd stop in." Like out of all the
did you like do come on down to Fish and Friends?
No, they did a really good job with it. Like it starts off, it has like steel drums, and it like talks all about the fish here, like splashing the back, and at the end it's like a dolphin comes in. So they did a really good job with it. It's a really cute commercial. I'm really happy with it.
That's awesome. Yeah, Steve said I got a 20% coupon burning a hole in my pocket.
Gotta get down here before it expires.
So let's you guys tell me if it starts going out, but we gotta find something that these people with these 20% coupons might be into. So, well, first of all, I like dry goods quite a bit. Is there anything new dry good wise that stood out to you as just being something different, or you just started bringing it in? Like,
Nothing. I mean, I can't say there's anything like. Oh, these live tanks up here are really cool from Fluval.
okay.
That's my newest, like, that would be the newest thing we brought in. Then we started carrying the Higer line too. We started carrying a lot with Higer.
Okay.
And that's been a huge seller, Higer. I mean,
I was gonna ask, so like Higer, I have identified them as like, oh, this is like an Amazon, kind of no personality brand. But then when I saw the boxes, I was like, okay, so like they're really like coming in
oh yeah,
strong. Like,
yeah,
like
I'm impressed. Like for the price point on the stuff and the quality of the equipment, it's really good stuff. Like I originally brought in Aquatop as like my budget brand, but with tariffs for them, I don't understand because they both come out of China, but Aquatop's constantly going up. This Higer stuff, it's been staying pretty steady. And
okay, so
I mean, a 4-foot light there is $75. I mean, you can't beat that.
You said the 4-foot is 75? Mm-hmm. Damn, that is a big light. So what's been the hot Higer sellers? The lights?
Honestly, the lights are definitely my top sellers for Higer. And like all like the odd, they have so many oddball like siphons and vacuums, and half of them I don't even have because I sold out of them. And
yeah, like it's like we got a fan, like some of the stuff I've never
cooling
seen.
Fan. This is really cool too. They came out with like a little like micro UV sterilizer for like up to like 20 gallons or something like that.
What the hell?
But yeah, it's pop it in a tank. It's perfect for all that kind of stuff.
Have you used this gravel
It's
gun?
it's like a pistol grip on it, and yeah, you just pull the trigger and it starts the siphon. People like that oddball cleaning stuff, and I don't even think I have any of the cleaning kits to show you anymore. It was like multi-tool kit. I have a small one.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, like these little multi-tools that have like bunch of attachments, and this one's been a huge one too.
They're waiting. Higer they sent me one of their all-in-one tanks. I got to make a review.
Oh,
video.
the 5 gallon up here.
It's the one that has like the crazy lid. I got a 10 gallon. It has like a lid with everything built into the lid.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I'm gonna do a review, but I haven't tried all this other stuff.
Yeah, this has been another big one too. It's like an automatic spin brush for in your tank. It's a USB rechargeable. You pop it in. The guys that come in with the big tanks love these. Like, I can't scrub the bottom of the tank. I'm like, get this thing, and they love it.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay. That's kind of like, why has no one made an electric spin brush before?
There's all sorts of stuff they come out with. I'm like, how has nobody thought of this before?
That actually makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so panda crabs.
Yep. If you're familiar with vampire crabs, it's essentially the same care for them. I just think they're a cooler looking crab.
Yeah. So what makes you bring these in?
So I wanted to start bringing. I haven't had vampire crabs in a while because they used to be in where the mud skippers are now. So I'm like, well, I'll set up a little tank with them. And as soon as I went to go order the vampire crabs, this distributor also had panda crabs. I'm like, oh, I never heard of that one before. And I did like 5 minutes of research. I'm like, yeah, I can bring those in.
Yeah, these are cool. So like, do you see crabs as being like something people are getting more into, or is this like a passion for you? Like, I like crabs.
Not really. It's one of those things where it's like you only have a few people that are really into them, but when they want them, they're coming in, they're buying like 5 or 6 at a time. So it makes it where you just got to find that person. Okay. And people drive for them too. Because one guy came down when I still had vampires. I think he drove like 2.5 hours. There's no one closer that has them.
Yeah, no one. I'm kind of like that. I've been that person before.
Yeah. That's why I bring in some of the oddball stuff. Like, somebody's gonna be looking for this at some point. I mean, I might sit here for 2, 3, 4 months, and that's fine. I mean, I know someone's going to be like, hey, I found it here. I'm going to keep coming back and checking this place out because they bring in the weird stuff.
Mick said makes maintenance fun about that Higer.
Oh, yeah.
the zippy thing. Okay, so before you talked about the foods, you don't like the Hikari food so much.
I don't.
I want to know what's the stuff that you like, and then what's the stuff that you just sell tons of. They're like, this is the stuff that people want.
Entire Hikari line, in my opinion, garbage. I wouldn't do it. Even the freeze dried, because like Omega 1, if you look at the freeze dried ingredients for Omega 1, it's like krill is going to be krill. That's your only ingredient is krill. Yep. But then you pick up like let me see if a lot of these they'll have like some sort of weird like additive. I don't know if it's like like look at the ingredients for that. I don't know if it's just like
krill, vitamin B12, pyroxene, hydrochloride. Yeah, it's like a bunch of stuff.
So that's why I like the Omega 1 for that. Omega 1's not anywhere near the top of my favorite food either. My biggest gripe with Omega 1 is it's pretty much all the same food, just a different packaging on it. Right, so if you read the ingredients, it's basically the same. Like even like the veggie stuff, it's all salmon and herring. So like
that's no way.
I swear to God.
I gotta see.
Yeah, the veggie flake and let me see.
How'd they get 36% protein? But yeah, he's right. The first ingredient is salmon, and then herring, then wheat flour, and then dried kelp, then shrimp, then pea. Yeah. Wow.
Even their algae wafers are the same exact way. And I asked my my rep about that. I said, how are we putting this off on people? Is like, how do I sell that to somebody when it's protein based? And they said that because and this is their words, not mine. I think it's stupid. But they said most people only feed one type of fish food, so they want to make sure they're getting a balanced diet. And I'm like, but that you could market it as different diets and sell more variety of food, because let's say you get something that's a true herbivore, you're feeding them salmon and herring. I mean, that thing's not gonna do well.
I mean, do you really notice like when you feed a fish the wrong like kind of thing, like the difference in how it does? Like
certain fish, yeah, like I know a big thing was always like Mbuna. You don't want to feed your Mbuna too much protein. Certain plecos, like you're not going to want to feed certain species, even like vampires. Like I just sold my last vampire yesterday, but you feed that thing just pure algae versus giving it actual protein, because it's a carnivore. I mean, it's going to suffer in some way, because a lot of it, I learned that recently, it comes down to the digestive tract, that herbivores have a longer digestive tract, so they have to, it takes them longer to break down the plant proteins and stuff.
Interesting. Ben asked, can I have a free fish tank? Ben is he's kind of a legend. He asks this every stream.
Oh yeah? Yeah. I probably have a couple cracked ones in the back you can have.
There you go, Ben. Come down to Fisher Friends. He'll give you one. He'll give you a free fish tank.
May or may not hold water.
Ani K said, vegetarian fish keeper's been got. Well, I hope you're not eating the food yourself, because we say vegetarian fish keeper, it makes it sound like you're the one eating it. Okay, so what else? What else do you?
So I really like, so if I'm recommending foods, I'm usually recommending Northfin, Extreme, and New Life Spectrum, depending on what it is. Like if someone's looking for an algae wafer, it's the Algae Max from New Life Spectrum all day. Like
I have not tried any New Life Spectrum. What's
just like look at the ingredients on that compared to what I just showed you on the Omega-1 wafer. I mean, it's
number
crazy
one
difference.
ingredient. We have algae, then chlorella seaweed, ova seaweed, red seaweed, kelp, spirulina, wakame seaweed, and then we have whole Atlantic krill, giant squid, whole wheat. Yeah, I mean the first 6 are all.
That's what I mean.
Seaweed.
Like it's a literal algae wafer. Like that's always my go-to for them. But then like if I want like a nice like pellet, I'm usually going Northfit on my pellets. Even the flakes is the North. You ever open up a can of Northfin flakes?
I have not.
So if you get one of these things, the Northfin flakes, some of those flakes are the size of the container. So,
oh my god!
Yeah, they're awesome. So that's why I like them in my fish rooms. I had some big fish, and I always like when I had my fish room, I was feeding. I think I had like 15 different foods I would rotate.
What's the biggest fish you had?
The biggest fish I had was. What did I have? I think it was a full-grown Parachromis motaguensis, not Managuensis, motaguensis, the red tiger. But yeah, I never got into keeping like huge fish. Basically, I think about like, I don't know, about 18, 20 inches max.
Pretty big.
Yeah.
Pretty big. 186 said, my fish don't care for extreme flake, and then Jeff said, mine love it. Yeah, I had good stuff with the krill flake.
I hear that every it's so hit or miss. Like some people are like, my fish won't touch it. Other people are like, that's like all my fish will eat. Like that's what I mainly feed in the store, because I get store-sized things of extreme. But I've never had anything here not eat, unless it like had to be fed non-processed stuff.
The only extreme thing I've tried that my fish didn't like was the sowfly flakes, the black soldier fly flakes.
Yeah.
That one I had issues with. But besides that, I don't know. Do you like flakes versus pellets? Do you have a preference?
Depends on what I'm feeding. I mean, pellets are always, nutritionally, pellets are going to be better for you. I know there's a whole thing now with some people saying, and it might be true, I never really dug into it. People are saying like flakes cause more algae.
Okay.
I don't know. Something about the heat treatment process of it, I really don't know how true that is. I never looked into it. But
interesting.
That's one thing going around now with flakes. But I like for the store, I mean, it's just the ease of flakes, just going around and sprinkling some over and I don't know. It depends on what I'm feeding.
Wait, Johnny said you got to do a stream on the best fish food. Johnny, that's what we're doing. He's telling us right now. Look at all this fish food. Come on.
In my opinion, the best one on the market is going to be Rapashi. If you're willing to put the work in to make the gel food, Rapashi is going to be ingredient wise. If you break down the ingredients, in my opinion, Rapashi is the best you can do.
So what is the best you can do if you're lazy?
If you're lazy, so in my opinion, when it goes for fish foods, live is always going to be best. Then frozen. Then getting into your Rapashi. Then like your pellet, freeze dry. I never was big on freeze dried. I'm not a big freeze dried person. Some people like it. Okay. I feel like it takes a lot of the nutrients out.
You got favorite pellets?
Favorite pellets? I like if I'm just feeding basic community, I like the community peewee from Extreme. But with my cichlids, I like when I was keeping like a lot of African, South Americans, I like just the general cichlid pellet from Northfin. And when I was keeping like Tropheus and stuff that like a really like herbivore heavy diet, I like the veggie pellets from Extreme or Northfin as well.
Okay.
And then New Life came out with their Insectum, which basically it's another like black soldier fly larva base. When it comes down to black soldier fly, I like the Insectum from New Life Spectrum.
Okay. New Life Spectrum I have not tried. They got some funky looking containers though.
It's one of those foods that have been around for a while, and it's like the really like hardcore hobbyists still use it, but it's like not many people pick it up. I would say probably my number one selling, aside from Extreme, because I usually recommend it, Omega-1. People are really drawn to Omega-1. I don't know if it's just the colors or what it is, but that's usually, or because it could be the price too. Okay, it's probably what a lot of it is, because Omega-1 tends to be cheaper.
Okay, that's interesting, Omega-1. How, okay, down here we got some more like So we got the bug bites. We got, I wouldn't say it's specialty foods, but this is like kind of more specific. We got bug bites. We got shrimp envy, which I don't think I've seen in person before.
Robin Cherie, Bloomfield, out of where are they? I'm blanking on where they're out of. They're more out towards the west. Super nice couple. They it's just to my knowledge, just them two out of their house doing it. But when people are getting in the shrimp, that's the shrimp food I recommend. Like if you're just keeping like starting a colony 3 or 4 shrimp, just get like a basic algae wafer or something. But if you're like, it's like 1 pellet of those per like 25 shrimp. So if you start getting heavy in the shrimp envy, in my opinion, is the way to go.
Is there one that people usually go for? Or?
So the green bags, the complete envy, that's their that's like your staple food.
Okay.
And then each one has something different. Like your growth envy is going to be more protein based. Your Monte Clay is like an additive.
So they like tell you what to feed it for, like.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Each bag will tell you exactly what each one does. And it's really good. It's a really good balance of getting everything. You got like your vacation feeders for them. They got the shrimp sticks. Everybody loves to take pictures of their shrimp on.
People do like their shrimp sticks.
Oh my god, yeah. Someone put me yesterday, like, when you get the large shrimp sticks, I'm like, I just put 20 in there. I'm already like, it's crazy. They sell so quick.
For the Oscars said, Rapashi is easy. You can't be that lazy.
You would be amazed.
I would hate to tell you that I am that lazy.
You're that lazy.
I am that lazy.
As soon as I tell people, yeah, you got to just boil water, mix it. Like, nah, I just want to pop the cap off and feed. I'm like, technically you can. I mean, you can just feed the powder or even like sprinkle it on other foods. But
people ask you that a lot. Like, do I have to bake it?
Oh yeah, like all the time. And I always thought like the best when I do Rapashi myself, I make it in ice cube trays and then I'll feed it. Like I keep it in the fridge and I'll feed it to about a week and a half. Then I freeze it and just treat it like a frozen food. But ingredient for ingredient, I think Rapashi is the best if you're willing to put the couple minutes of work in for it.
Wow. Johnny said shrimp food is another food battle for the community. Norfin Bug Pro is one of my most used foods, Chris said.
Yeah, I love that. I use that in my fish room a lot too. That's a good one.
All right, what were you saying? Sorry,
yeah, there's just so many shrimp lines coming out now, like Cats Aquatics, you got Crayfish Empire, like there's so many shrimp lines coming out.
Okay, so what do you think about the Fluval bug bites? Because I feel like those went through a period of being very popular. People are very into them.
So I'm one of those people, I feel like Fluval doesn't make a bad product. I stand by that. I think Fluval, I mean, it got some stuff that has some hiccups, but overall, I think Fluval's a great company. With the bug bites, I feel like it's not quite as bad, but it's on the same lines of Omega 1, where it's like, you're basically basing a whole line of food off of black soldier fly larva.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I know it's in different amounts, different variations, stuff like that. Like, their bottom feeder and their algae crisps actually have algae in them, not like Omega 1.
Right.
But it's still basically revolving around that black soldier fly larva. So I don't really like when they get into that, where it's like, I'm basing an entire line off of one specific ingredient.
Right.
Because if you want to feed
a whole
variety,
shelf, there's just one.
Right.
Thing.
And that's, yeah, I mean, it's
like no one's differentiating really between, like, you have the goldfish next to it, and then you have, it's this pleco on the other one, but to me, it's like, it looks like it's the same thing.
Right, and it's certain, and what I learned through this is people, and I couldn't believe it when I was told this, because like Extreme, their scraper wafer and their bottom wafer is the exact same product, exact, word for word from Extreme.
Really?
It's the exact same product, because I'm weird, I look at ingredients when I'm putting fish food on.
No, that's what we like to hear, that's what we like to hear.
And word for word, it's the exact same ingredient list on the scraper. So I sent an email. I'm like, hey, can you tell me what the difference is between these foods? And they said, we honestly just made the same food with 2 different labels because we couldn't sell the bottom wafer to people with like your silver dollars and Severums and stuff like that because their fish picture wasn't on the can. So a lot of your general public, like that's one thing I think that would have been a good one to talk about earlier too.
Wow.
Yeah, like a lot of hobbyists don't think about that, but like your general public, if they walk up, they're looking for pictures of their fish. Like, oh well, hey, there's a gourami on that. I better get that for my gourami.
Yeah, they're not like looking at the.
No.
They're just like whatever it said, whatever the picture of the fish is on it. That's what I.
And that's like the fancy guppy food from Macari. I saw the crap of that because people think, oh, well, that's the best food for my guppy because it's designed for fancy guppy. I'm like, no, it's just a micro pellet. Like it's crazy, but it's true. That's exactly what the person over at Extreme told me. They're looking for the picture on the bag, and they're right. If they don't see their fish, they'll come up. Hey, I don't see my fish on any of these. What would you recommend for it?
We need more fish. Okay, so we got the shrimp, we got the fluval. Now this is something that I haven't seen around too much. You got this
the pro bugs,
and we got super worms, rice worms, mealworms, black soldier fly, and they're not like freeze dried. They're like wet.
So they're organically grown here in I believe here in the States, if I'm not mistaken, and then they just like basically just are like euthanize them and then vacuum seal them, and it's essentially the closest thing you're gonna get to a live worm.
Wow.
But once you open them, the shelf life isn't very long after you open them. So if you're only feeding like one fish, it's only like $3 for the bag. But
what put these on your radar?
Honestly, when I order through Rapashi deals through them. So I'm like, well, I'm already adding to my Repashy order. I might as well just get some Pro Bugs too while I'm getting the shipping and stuff.
Is this one that you like ask customers how people are liking it? Like, what do they think of
The
this?
rice worm's actually out of the 4 that I carry, the rice worm is definitely the best seller. And I think it's just because it's the smallest one. It's a lot easier for your smaller fish to eat.
Okay.
But that's definitely the one I do get good reviews on that one. I haven't heard much back about the super worms, mealworms, and black soldier fly, but you can find that all live pretty easily.
I tried the rice worm before. Things did like it. I can't vouch for that. And Steve said I feed my dog whatever has a Boston Terrier on the bag. It's the same way. Okay, what do people think? We got the green cans. You're actually in stock. So like, did these just come in? Because everywhere.
No, because that's what we were talking about, like how they raised that minimum.
Yeah.
When I had to meet my minimum, I just ordered a crap ton of Magic Small Feet. I know it was
okay.
hard. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I was gonna say every time I go to a store as an RPP, the Magic Small Feet is like almost always sold out.
Oh yeah, and it's a good food too. People really like it. But yeah, definitely one of my top selling foods out of everything I carry. It's definitely that Magic Small Feed's one of the top.
How about the community pellet? Have you used this one?
It seems like it's more or less like the people that are already buying co-op products are buying that, but it doesn't really sell nearly as well as the Magic Small Feed does.
So that it doesn't have the magic. See,
yeah.
That's what they need to put Magic community.
See, I was kind of surprised he didn't do that.
Yeah. Johnny, yes, we're in Fish and Friends. That's where we're at. It's in the title, Johnny. It's in the title. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm so honestly, we like to talk about fish here, but I feel like fish people are also equally into dry goods. But a lot of times you don't have time to just look at this much variety.
Oh yeah.
So it's just thank you for just going through.
Yeah, no problem, man.
The different stuff. But what do we got going on here? Like, what do you call this wall?
It's just kind of wherever I have room wall. So like so the idea of whenever I open up my back rooms, I'll be able to get some more space, spread some stuff out. I want to have actual sections, but most of this stuff here, like this wall here was supposed to be all just chemicals and stuff, but then we kept bringing in more, adding more shelves and stuff. So basically you got like your API, all your chemicals and medications, you got your C-Chem, your testing strips and stuff from Co-op are down here. A little bit of Fritz down there, and then some odds and ends stuff, like I got the ICX from Aquarium Solutions, and then I got their Prazzi Pro Cordon. I carry their methylene blue and Riddick, and then the ammonium from Dr. Tim's.
Okay, you got the ammonium in.
Yeah, it's one of those products that I feel like you don't need, but so many people are like, no, the only way to cycle your tank is to put ammonium in and see if it processes. But I've never used it a day in my life.
I gotta plug my computer in. But
yeah.
You go to the people and tell them what about this? What's up with this ammonium bottle? So
the thing with the ammonium is people, and it's true what it does. Like the idea is to take when you're cycling your tank, take your ammonia up to like 3 to 4 parts per million, and then it want the process back to 0 by like 24 hours. But I don't know. I don't feel like it's really necessary. I feel like you test your stuff, you're good. I mean, but that's the hobbyist side of it versus the general public. The general public's like, oh, this is what this YouTuber said, or this is what this article said, so I'm just going to do it. But for me, like I can't tell you the last time I've cycled a tank. I just pop a used sponge in there, throw some fish in, and you're good to go.
Right. And Overtly Oscar said, I love his friggin' store. You know, you were hating on him for not shipping before. Oh, now I said he could test ship his fish to me. Okay.
Hey, I'll be looking for people to do that come spring.
Oscars. So I'm tied to this location a little bit because my computer's low and the connection. But Oscars, what Oscars do you bring in? Just because I know.
Mainly it's your red tigers, your basic reds, red albinos, albino tigers, and then I get in lemon tigers, and then I actually I can bring in Crassopenas from Brazil.
Okay,
it's like the wild Oscars. Okay, I think they call them, I think the trade name's like big-eyed Oscar or something like that.
How much do you struggle with like the trade names versus Latin? Do you lean either way?
I do lean more towards the Latin names. I just because when I was going through the clubs, I was always taught like, hey, and especially it was a cichlid club, so cichlid heavy on the names. That's Astronautus Crassopenas. Yep. Okay. But I've always been big into the Latin names, taxonomic, whatever you want to call it.
I know you've been sharp with them.
I really enjoy it.
I like them and I'm into them. I just can't say them.
That's one thing that was like one of the most intriguing things when I first got into it. I'm like, man, these things have 2 names. Like, what does that mean? And then just gotten more into it, learning how to pronounce them. But I like learning like what they mean too. Like one I always bring up is Tenichtes albinubis, the white cloud mountain minnow. Literally translates to Tan's fish of white cloud because there was a Boy Scout leader that discovered this fish over on White Cloud. They were like on a camping trip. There was a creek or a river or something flowing. Yeah.
Wow.
And he found this fish. His name was Tan. And whenever it got described, Tanichthys literally means Tan's fish, and then albinubis is of white cloud.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's pretty cool. Okay, so do you know the meaning for the big eye Oscar one?
I think it means Oscar with big eyes. No, I really have no idea. I have no idea.
I was about to be like,
No, I really have no idea what
So you
crescent.
said these are the ones you like. So this is the
Yeah,
wild
so those
type.
are that's the one of the newer species. Well, I don't want to call it newer, but it's becoming more readily available. And then there's another one. It just got described. It's
These before you move on.
Yeah.
What is there any particular trait besides the big eyes? Like, do they get smaller? They're bigger?
It's
or-
about the same. The patterning's a little bit different on them, so
Okay,
you can
okay.
see like the pattern. It's not like the solid bars like your normal wild
Okay.
ocelotus have.
Gotcha. So then there's another one.
Yeah, it's like it's named after a guy. It's like McColgi or McColgi, something like that.
Is it the same?
It's
family?
Astronatus, yeah.
Okay.
And then type in M. And yep,
Okay.
right there it is.
Gotcha.
McColgi.
Oh, that looks way different. Mm-hmm. That looks a lot different. So what do you? Oh, okay. I see the pattern on that. So tell me about these.
I've never gotten them in. I think they've just recently been described, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
I could be entirely wrong. Glazer would have the information on their the site that you just had up. They would say like when it was described and whatnot.
Right. A early Oscar said, "Do you get the green eyes?"
Somebody just asked me about green Oscars, and I'd never heard of the green-eyed Oscar.
Green-eyed Oscar. That does sound something very
Is that like
specific.
a variant of Ocelotus, or is that an actual species?
I'm not sure. Oh, I think it is. She put the name in the
Oh,
one
okay,
that
so that's
they
the one we
put
were
the
just
name-
looking
yeah,
at.
Yeah. Do they have green eyes? Or there's green?
I didn't even know they had a trade name yet. I really didn't.
Those look pretty good. Interesting. Those do look interesting. Oh, Bumblebee have green eyes?
That's the Crassopinus, the bumblebee. They also
Okay,
call
okay,
that
okay.
one.
Interesting. Louise said, I still like the chili Oscars the best so far.
I haven't brought them in yet. Like the Nemos are on there. They just tend to have a higher price tag on them.
Okay. And Steve said you get the taxonomic stuff. He gets that from Lonnie. Interesting. So you weren't lying when you said you liked the education.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So when you were doing the BAP and stuff, did you have a niche you fell into fish-wise?
Mainly it was more African cichlids at first, just because that's when so like the club went through so many, like it was really weird. Like when the first guy, Scott McLaughlin, was president, he was big into South and Centrals. Everybody was into South and Centrals. When I started my fish room and I was getting really heavy into it, Dwayne Walker was president. He was really heavy into Africans. Everything in the auction was African, so that's what I had access to at the time. And then when I took over, it seemed like that's when it started drifting to more like general aquarium. Then I got really heavy into live bears. Like I love Gudaids, wild swordtails,
I did notice
Limnias.
you had a lot of platies. I feel like then I don't see platies a ton.
Yeah, that first section I intentionally made it so it would be the top 10 tanks are guppies, and you got 5 tanks each of mollies, swordtails, platies, and endlers. Just because it's like the easy, colorful stuff to point people to.
Yeah, you've got it organized pretty well in some sections.
Yeah, it's
right
still
now.
getting there. Eventually everything's gonna be, it's like up the middle, like the left side's gonna all be old world cichlids, right side's gonna be, left side new world, right side old world, and have a rainbow fish section. I got my shrimp section already.
I love that. I
So
love
yeah,
that.
just working on getting everything in
Okay,
place.
guys, I haven't even asked him how much time he has, but get your questions in now. 'Cause, like, you probably want us to get going probably soon, right?
Whenever you guys are ready. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just
Yeah,
checking
no,
in to see if
you're good. I just looked, I'm like, yeah, I didn't realize it was that late already.
Yeah, I just
that-
saying you're good, but like, if you don't wait to ask questions, because who knows when we'll disappear on you, okay? And Oscar says, have to feed the chilies red enhanced food to keep the color for the Oscars?
Interesting. So even to feed like just like heavy like krill and brine, I know that brings out some of the color, like reds and some of the stuff too. Would that do it, or does it have to specifically be like hormone like enhanced foods?
And then Mick said the Oscar McGolgi is the Venezuelan photographer.
Yes, I remember seeing that because you friends with Sam Scales? You know Sam Scales?
I recognize the name. I do.
He posted about it when it first got described and said he's friends with the guy. That's what made me remember it because of Ivan.
Jody said you should get heavy into hill streams. Favorite hill stream and go.
My favorite, I really like those purple fins we had in the
Okay.
oh my god, now I'm Pseudogastromyzon laticeps.
Yep.
And then right now I have I have Bloody Marys, I've got blue zebras, and I just got in more reticulateds. I usually have spotteds. I've had in the fang eye, I think that's the yellow fin. I have Myers eye right now, so they got like a red and a yellow fin. Every time I order China, that's where a lot of the wild hill streams come from. I try to get at least 1 or 2 species into hill streams.
Yeah.
You know,
That's I feel like they could be the next pleco. You know
I
what
really
mean?
think loaches in general are going to be the next big thing. I think loaches and pencilfish. I think in the next couple of years, I think pencilfish are going to get big.
Those equus look cool to
Aren't
me.
they?
They look cool
The
to me.
diptails are so much
He's
fun.
got the equus, and then you had some big headstanders too.
I got
that
a
really
Anostomus, and then I also have I Trifasciatus, the dwarf pencilfish out of Peru. I get them.
I'm
They're
so happy
cool.
he could say the names. I'm so happy he could say those. I'd have to try. Yeah. No, pencilfish. So you think pencilfish besides like the $40 ones? Like there's some ones.
Oh yeah,
that
there's some
people
of those are
gonna get into?
ridiculous. Yeah, I mean you get in like the Nanostomus, oh my god, the Beckford eye. Like there's so many
Yeah.
color variants. I had these coral red Beckford eye I got out of Czech Republic. They were one of the most red fish I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
I say none of them. That might be that's close.
Okay. This is
Like that's
close.
still not quite as red as these were. I've never
Right.
seen them on the list again, but they were gorgeous.
They're one that like the locality like affects like how red they are or something like that.
Well, the Beckford eye that I got, the coral reds, they were selectively bred for that.
Okay.
But yes, there's I think it's 4 different locations of Peru, down in Peru, that's 4 different pencils. And it's literally just like Nanostomus species like 1, 2, 3, and 4. But yeah, it's like the locality changes the color, the pattern, all that kind of stuff.
What's the other like wood? Type 2, Type 3? I'm just like, man, I don't even.
Some other ones, like there's like hemichromis, like your jewel cichlers. There's like a guinea 1 and a guinea 2 and stuff like that. Like that stuff always throws me off.
Yeah. Man, people really, you bring in the questions. Keep it coming. This is another person that can't read the title, but they asked, where exactly is your store? Okay. I said in Hanover, PA. I guess that's not exact. But.
I mean, I think that's pretty close to the type of fishing friends in Hanover, PA. I think you might find us.
Okay. Do you have the exact address memorized?
1155 Carlisle Street.
Okay.
Yep.
Is that satisfactory?
And if that'll bring you into the mall that looks like it's abandoned, because it pretty much is, but you come in, you'll find us. We're one of like 4 stores in here, but we probably bring in a good bit of foot traffic.
Yeah, I mean, people were in and out when I was in here. I walked in, and I was like, man, you didn't tell me it was gonna be jumping.
Normally Wednesdays are dead. Like I don't know, like when Tanya was here, like it was dead until she came in. People just didn't stop after she left. I don't know what it was about her coming in, just started it.
Louise asked, same question I got. What are some downsides to owning the store, and how rough can some customers be with you?
I'll be 100% honest. I will say 99% of my customers, phenomenal. And I think there's only been like maybe 2 or 3 that I'm like, I literally hope you never come back. And there was one woman, and I don't want to be like that. Like, I don't think she's all there, if that makes sense. I don't want to be like that, but like she came in and like I don't know if it's her son or her nephew. Someone comes in, he gets shrimp from me, and that guy's a whole nother story. Like, yeah, that's a whole nother story. Yeah, but she came in. She wanted to know why she had so much algae issues in her 2.5 gallon tank with 5 goldfish in it. And I said, it's because you have 5 goldfish in it. And she's like, well, look.
Whoa. You said 2.5?
I said 2.5 gallon.
No.
She got 5 fair fish, put them in a 2.5 gallon tank, can't figure out why she has algae. And she wanted to get an algae eater. She's like, oh, that'll fix it. I'm like, no, that algae eater's going to die and your goldfish are going to die.
This is slightly off topic, but people were getting mad at you on Facebook for posting the bowl and saying maybe you could put a beta in it.
When it comes
this is why I don't get mad at this stuff, because that is crazy. She had 5 goldfish in a 2.5.
Yeah, and she couldn't figure out why she had algae, and she wanted an auto sinkless for her tank. I'm like, that's gonna die. I'm like, that's not gonna fix your issue.
The goldfish are alive.
That's what I said. I'm like, I don't know how these fish are alive. Like, and she just threw her hands up after a while. She's like, whatever, bye, whatever. I'm just going. And then she just kept like the whole way out the store. And like customers, I'm like, what the hell's wrong with this woman? And I had 2 girls right around the corner. They're regulars. They whipped around. They were ready. They're like, all right, we got you. But she just got so angry at me. Like it was my fault that she shoved these fish in a 2.5 gallon tank and doesn't understand why they have algae. I'm more impressed that they're alive. That's the big thing. But it's always carnival season. Like I actually, my friend is an editor for the newspaper that Evening Sun you pulled up, and he interviewed me. He's like, because I made a post about those about goldfish at carnivals and stuff, and he published it. And all through carnival season, hey, we got this goldfish. We don't know why it died, or hey, we got this. We went to Walmart. So it was like 9 o'clock at night and got a little 3 gallon tank, and now we need to know what to do with it. I'm like, well, you need to start over. Like,
Do you think that the goldfish and carnivals should be stopped? Because I see people go back and forth because they're like, that's so many people's story and how they got into the hobby.
Right, and that's mine too. Mine's the exact same story, but I think there's a
carnival goldfish.
Yep, but the difference was wherever we got it, it was a shop in town. It was called the Corner Pet Store. That's where I got my whole start at. And they would send out, instead of like going to the fair, winning your goldfish there, they would give you this wooden token. You would take it to that store, and then you would get a feeder goldfish out of it. But they would explain, hey, this is what you need to do, and all that stuff. I think that's a good way. A guy actually came in from a carnival before, and he didn't want to do the goldfish thing anymore. I'm like, well, someone just dropped off a ton of endlers, like just hybridize endlers. I'm like, that would be a much better first start. Like,
Yeah, why don't they just do a different fish?
yeah, they didn't want to spend that much. I'm like, dude, I'll sell them to you for goldfish price because somebody just gave. I don't need to make anything off of them.
Yeah.
Like, but they never came back for them. I don't know. Like,
Well, I did see you have feeder guppies, which was
well, yeah, even that would be,
interesting. Like,
and that's
yeah.
cheaper than feeder goldfish too.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. It was weird, but
So a lot of some stores don't do the feeder stuff. Why do you got the feeder guppies and things like that? Like, are people still really relying on those a lot?
oh yeah, there's certain fish you bring in, like they're only gonna eat live. Like I just got in Amazon leaf fish. They're not gonna touch flake. They're not gonna touch processed. They might do a little bit of frozen, but some fish, like I get piranhas in. Like I've heard some people feeding them pellets, but whenever I get them in, they never interested. So I throw feeder fish at them. I think a lot of people look at it as like the humane aspect of it, but I mean, fish still have to eat.
Yeah, I mean that's what they're gonna eat.
Right, yeah, and
I want from these Bolana socks and.
Oh yeah, any of those like top minnows, pike minnows, stuff like that. They need live food, and the one thing I do that I think I'm surprised more stores. I get why they don't, because it's cost, but like I treat all my feeders the same way I treat my other fish. So they're getting deworm, they're getting ick medicines, they're getting antibiotics, they're getting all that. Because like I don't want to be the guy that's like, hey, I bought feeder fish from you, now my fish died. Like I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
Because it happens all the time. Like there's a car dealership, they have a piranha in the break room.
Wow.
And like, hey, we got these feeders from someone that things covered in white spots, so they start getting their feeders here, got it all treated and all that kind of stuff. But
That's crazy.
yeah, but that's even like Lonnie said too. He's like, he looked at me, he's like, are you deworming those goldfish? I'm like, yeah. He's like, why? I'm like, why not? Like, I'm not getting somebody else's fish sick.
Well, that's a great progression because someone asked about if you medicate, and if you do you have a set you like to use?
Yeah, so for everything that comes in, no matter what it is, as long as it's alive, well, obviously not like mud skippers and stuff, but anything in any of the fish out there. So as soon as they come in, they're getting, I do ICX, I do the API general cure for the praziquantel in it, and then I also do the erythromycin in there too. So they get that. The first week's all medication, and I quarantine for 2 weeks. So the first week's all medication, second week's all monitoring.
Yeah.
Now, I'm one thing I'm really surprised. There's a lot of people that have quarantine tanks. I did not expect that.
It's because it's like the YouTube and stuff. That's what everyone says.
Oh yeah, I'm very impressed.
Social media has really influenced a lot. Like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
And I'm such a hypocrite because I've never had a quarantine tank in my life, but I also had 45 tanks. So it's
Yeah.
like if I'm getting a pair of something, it's going in. I'm not going to quarantine and put it in an empty tank.
I'm like in an interesting place because like now I've had tanks that seem to be like problem tanks, but then I treated them with stuff and it didn't seem to make a difference. I just had to accept like, okay, this fish for whatever reason is doing bad in my water.
And sometimes it happens.
You know what I mean? And I'm starting to just focus on, okay, density, no stress, and I don't worry about, like, obviously if a fish looks messed up or I haven't ordered it from a place I know maybe I should, but like
Yeah.
it seems like they're pretty good at not getting sick if you treat them right. You
Oh
know what
yeah,
I mean?
and that's like the first line of defense. But because of that, we don't do any sort of guarantee policy.
Right.
So like I spend
Exactly.
I spend like $500 at a time on medications. I'm not also gonna give you your fish back if it dies on you because
Yeah.
I know I treated it and stuff. Not saying something couldn't happen. If someone gets home and is like, hey, my tank has ick now. I come in and that tank has ick. Yeah, I'm gonna work with you. I'm gonna give you some meds. I'm gonna treat you right,
Right.
and stuff. But I think a lot of it comes down to too. Sometimes it could just be sourcing fish. Like, are you familiar? Or do you do much with South American cichlids at all? Like any like Geophagus types?
Yeah.
So you know, Cetanopica drupari. I think they call it the demon earth eater.
Okay.
So I got them 2 different places I got them from in Colombia. Both times I ordered them,
Oh, yeah,
they would
yeah,
not
yeah.
live.
I've seen
They
it.
just would not live. I just got them for the first time out of Peru. I didn't lose a single one. So I think it could just be sourcing how different places. That's one thing I noticed too.
That's it.
Some-
Louis said the same thing, and I thought that was crazy. You could get, like, even like she said, like one supplier she uses them for nothing except for one fish. 'Cause
Yep.
That's what's good. Everything else is bad. And then another supplier is like the opposite. Like it can really vary that much.
Oh yeah, and a lot. It could be shipping practices too. Like I get like angelfish. If I go to like Singapore, I get a lot of angelfish out of Singapore. They do a really good job with them. But if I go to Thailand, like where I get my bettas and my stingrays, they can't breed an angelfish to save their life. I don't know what it is about them.
Interesting.
And same thing with the shipping practices out of Singapore. Every time I get fish in from Singapore, the water's always so dark and dirty. But a lot of times the fish live, like their gouramis are always packed so horribly. It's
That's
just,
crazy.
it's so weird how different places do different things. Like some places will individually bag their quarries. Some people will put them in just a big bag filled with carbon.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I think I think it's wild to see like with the way people ship certain fish. Or
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, I was talking to Aaron. Like he was like my friend. He was like, sometimes I think we overthink shipping too much.
We do, 100%.
You
You ever
think
see
so?
how a beta gets shipped?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did. Jesse from Just One More Fish. She was showing me it's like a teaspoon of water.
Would
in
you believe me
there.
if I told you discus are shipped the same way? Swear to God, just a bigger bag. When I get my discus in, they're all individually bagged, and it just looks like a bigger beta bag. I swear to God.
And it's just enough water to
Just
cover?
enough water to cover them, and they're fine.
That's
they're fine
crazy.
every single time.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Like some of the captive bred ones, they'll lay on the bottom for a little bit until they're back up. And like the wild ones that get out of Brazil, they're swimming around the tank. They're eating right out of the bag. We definitely, I think, and I've said that for years, we don't give fish enough credit. Like they're way harder than we give them credit for. Like people baby them. They're like, and that's the one thing I always try to deter people from too. And it's so hard to do because they get, you set up your first tank. You're like, oh, it's cool because you feel like a chemist. You're doing all your water testing.
Yeah.
People drive themselves crazy.
I know.
And I'm like, you just learn how to use the kit. It's important to know how to use it. Put it on the shelf till you need it. Like
I can't believe that. It's like that little water. How long are they in the bag like that?
I mean, they're shipping it. They're at least a day and a half, maybe 2 days.
Okay.
And then even some other, like, I mean, when I'm getting bags of tetras, I mean, there's 250 tetras in a bag too, and they're totally fine.
But they're not in there for like a week at a time.
Not a week, no. Usually max is usually about 2 days. Now, when I get stuff out of Trinidad, it's closer to 3 days because of the way their customs office is set up. But even then, I mean, they're in there for at least 2 days.
I didn't realize though that you guys, when you brought fish in from places, it is pretty fast shipping time.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to get your order. Usually, you got to get your orders in like pretty far ahead, so they have time. Because like some of the places too, like I get stuff out of Indonesia, and it's not like it's just one facility I'm ordering from. This is an export place that has breeders all around Indonesia, and they have to drive to the facility. That's the thing. A lot of people are like, oh, we know like captive bred this, local bred that. I'm like, well, technically they're local bred there. They're just brought to it. It's not like a big farm. It's like some of the like Czech Republic. Everything Czech Republic is hobbyist bred.
Yeah.
It's just over there. It's just not here.
Okay.
So they just got to ship it over here.
That's fascinating though. And then Oscar said, I'm going to email you about shipping Oscars to me in the spring, and then said it actually says that on his website. It says you're going to start shipping in the spring. Is that what it says?
I don't know how to edit a website. We set that website up, so maybe it does. I don't know. Facebook it probably does, but if our website, somebody else put it. I definitely didn't. I don't know how to work a website.
So when you have like a difficult customer, how do you handle it?
I got pretty tough skin, so like I can handle it most of the time. But if my wife was here, it would not end as well. Like I hate that she can't be in here with me like much at all because like between the baby and then like she works full time too. But like some days like I deal with the customer like, man, I'm really glad Tara wasn't here for that because that would not have ended well.
I have that too. Like I have a situation where man, Jessica was here.
Yeah.
There's just like certain things where you know that you could, like I'll get mad at certain stuff. She get mad at certain like driving. She goes crazy with driving.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, calm down.
Yeah. I think a lot of times too, it's like if a customer's that like outright like miserable and irate about the slightest little thing, I'm just gonna let them say their piece. They're gonna leave. I hope they never come back because I really don't want that person as a customer anyway.
Yeah.
I would love to be able to witness Louise handle a situation because she's told me some stories and I'm like, you're nuts. I love Louise to death, but girl, you're nuts.
You know what's funny? That's why I always say like Louise is she's one of the most nuts people I've met.
Oh, but I love her to death. Oh my God.
I love it.
I would never screw with Louise,
and that's what she said when I did this. She's like, look, I'm not a customer service person. I'm like, you know who you are.
But you know what? Like at the end of the day, like I think.
But she is good at she has staff in the thing. But
the thing is, like,
I don't think she'd have that much where she's gonna deal with someone verbally abusing her, you know what I mean?
Take them out back and just put them down or something. Like, but no, like it's some of those people. I think it's just like they forget that like people like you're in a store, like you're a human being too. Like I just like the way some people say certain things to me. Like people make just the most rude comments, and like I don't think they actually mean it. Like people always ask, oh, what are you gonna do when the mall shuts down? Like that's been a skeptical thing for like 20 years in this place. And what are you gonna do when they tear it down? Like why would you just asked me like I just poured my entire like life savings 401k to bet my life on this place, and you're like, what are you gonna do if it closes? Like, I told one guy the other day, I shouldn't have said it. But I looked at myself, I guess I'll probably kill myself. He just looked at me like dead in head. I'm like, you asked an uncomfortable question, I'm giving you an uncomfortable answer. Like,
that's one of my go-to answers.
Yeah, honestly.
that's like me every. If this doesn't work, I'm just gonna shoot myself. This pair of Galaris doesn't work out for me.
Yeah, it doesn't the slightest inconvenience, is done.
You know what's crazy? And it's kind of morbid, like as a fish keeper. But I thought about, man, if I die, like I gotta have like the plan right now for all my family deals.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. Everything.
That actually just happened. An older gentleman up here named Scott Lockridge just recently passed, and his wife and luckily there was a guy in our club named John, super close with him. But yeah, he had to take care of moving all his fish. He just whatever was left, he just brought me in, and he's like, hey, Scott and Linda said, whatever's left, just take it into Blake. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, I'll find it homes, do whatever I can for it. But yeah, like just think about whole fish rooms and stuff. Like
It's
that's what my wife
crazy.
said. She's like, if something happens to you, the store's just done. She's like, I'm not doing that. I'm like, you know what? I don't even blame you. Like,
And if you're not organized, like I went to Clay Crawford's
I wanted to
memorial,
go to that. I wanted
and
to
his
go there.
fish room was so incredibly organized, you might actually be able to figure out what's in each tank.
Oh yeah.
But there's some people, it's like you might have emptied the tank and then you find that fish that you didn't even know was in there.
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
You know? But, okay. Skipper said, wait until I show up, Blake. Oh, okay. Okay.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Let's see. Mick said, check water running from wells in the Alp Mountains. Perfectly soft for many fish. The stuff from the check come in pretty decently.
Usually it does. There are some things that it does surprise me, like when they send me over like Tanganyikans and stuff. Like, man, they're really buffering over there for Tanganyikans.
Really?
But my favorite things to bring in from Czech, hands down, apistos and killifish. They have the coolest killifish. They have like the last
Yeah.
list I got out of. I think they had 37 apistos on there. Now, granted,
Oh my
there's like,
gosh.
now, granted, it might be like 6 different variants of Agassiz. Like I've already brought in blue flames and fire reds from them, but
Right.
you get some really oddball stuff that you just don't see. Like more, they have more Nothabranchius than anywhere I've ever seen. It's amazing the amount
I've
of
seen
killies.
some stores have the Northos in. You think
Yeah.
is that something that we're gonna see more regularly? Is it just because they're available, people ordering them?
I think so. I think it's you got those couple hobbyists asking for them because like they're hard selling to the general public because if you're not breeding them, you're gonna have them for maybe a year and then they're gonna die and you don't really know how old they are when you get them and stuff. So that's one of those that I always tell people like, oh, this fish is really pretty. I'm like great. I'm like, but I would just to give you know like this is how long it's gonna live. This is what you got to do for it. Like I don't
Right.
want you to spend $50 on a pair of fish and it lived 3 months. And you're like, well, I just blew $50 for 3 months.
Right.
And it does happen.
Chris said, Genshia siensis is the coolest hill stream.
That is beautiful. I'm not familiar with that one, but I'm gonna write that one down.
Oh, there we go. But I think, let's see, does the Glacier have this one? Let me find a good picture. Oh, yeah, this is a good one. I think Jody got this one recently. Jody's like a hill stream addict. It's really a problem.
Is that Fireball, Corey?
Yeah.
All right.
I know, like Fireball, Hill Stream. That's another thing. Like my thing with Hill Streams is like if I got one, I like breeding stuff is like the thing I enjoy the most. Mm-hmm. Now, but the Hill Streams, you breed it. Now there's a new one. You breed,
Right.
Now there's a new one.
There's
Now there's
so
a new
many
one,
Hill
and they're like
Streams.
$50. You can't sex them. It's like I
Yeah.
just don't have the money to get the Hill Streams like
Well, that's
that.
the thing too. Like people, like I'll get in like the Laticeps or the Bloody Marys, and they're small and they come up. People are like, oh, I want a pair. I'm like, I'm not going to guarantee nothing on that. That's like the same thing. Like people with small Oscars, small angelfish. Like, oh, I want you to get me a male and female pair. I'm like, no, like no, it's just not going to happen.
Would you people ask for pairs of like, I don't know, like people that aren't even trying to breed it? Do people just want pairs?
Yeah, they're like, yeah, like get my stuff in twos and male and female if possible. I'm like, this isn't going to be possible in
Do
this
people
one.
like male, female, neon tetra. Like,
Dude, I had one guy pick out individual cardinals, and I thought he was screwing with me, and he wasn't. And he wanted males. Now, the ones I got in at that time were big enough that it wasn't a huge deal. But like,
Right.
who goes into a store and's like, I want that individual cardinal tetra? Like that, I don't know. The audacity of some people does blow my mind. Or like when people want like, are you that person?
no.
No?
Don't you ever heard of London Town Tropicals?
Yeah.
Don't ask them about it.
I don't mind getting people individual. Like if they like, oh, that's a very specific something I want. But when it's like something like cardinals and neons, I'm like, dude, like, it's off.
Yeah. I mean, I don't do it for fish that are like $2 because I'm just gonna get 10 of them.
Yeah, no, if it's like an individual fish, that's what someone was the other day. It was like, I don't know, $20, $30 fish. Like, oh, I'm so sorry picking an individual. I'm like, dude, if you're coming to my store and you want to give me $20 or $30,
Right.
for my store, like, yeah, I'm going to get you what you want. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Mickham said our wholesale is like a cooperative of breeders in different villages. Nerds like ourselves coming together. A bus collecting fish every second week to bring the orders to our LFS and the rest of the EU.
no way.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Mick is this old wise dude in the chat. He just seems to know about every random thing.
That's so cool.
Especially killifish. Especially killifish. That does sound awesome. A bus of fish. Anike said, I worry about civilization falling apart, then I can't manage the fish. I want civilization to end, but now I have fish. That is just a crazy thought right now. I don't even know. It's you having fish is what's saving civilization right now? Okay.
It might be.
Okay, Johnny said, I prefer you to tell me the right answer besides a quick sale. Yeah, yep, indeed. I moved the Hillstream tank. They didn't do well. Do you find that Hillstreams are
Certain
finicky?
species, I've noticed laticeps can be finicky. Like some of your pseudogastromyzons in general. Like the Swillias, I don't notice it with. Even the gastromyzons aren't too bad, but I have noticed a couple pseudos that are like that.
Yeah.
Especially it seems like with especially the pseudogastromyzons, if you're getting above like 75 degrees, they tend not to do as well.
So, when people come in to ask you, okay, I need a tank, my first tank ever, what is your recommendation?
Usually I'm hitting them with like, I try to get them on the 20-gallon Aqueon kit, or the 20-gallon Aqueon kit. If not, 10-gallon will work just fine. Because I'm like, my mindset is I don't want someone to put a bunch of money into something if they might not enjoy. Like I would feel bad. Like if you spent $500-600 on a setup for me, and 3 months later, like I really don't like keeping fish. I'd rather you buy like the $85 Aqueon 10-gallon or like $120 20 kit, and then even then it's not that big of an investment. And I always try to push the 20 because I feel like it's a lot easier for them to maintain than a 10. Just because bigger tanks are always easier.
Are you a hardcore 20 high versus 20 long person?
I love 20 longs. Okay. 20 longs are one of my favorite profiles, but it depends what I'm breeding. Like if I'm breeding like in my fish, I'm at a couple different Amatitlani and Cryptohera species, like your convict types. Those I did in 20 highs. But if I'm keeping like a Pistos or a Cory, something like that, I'm definitely 20 long all day.
Yeah. So you give them a 20 long, then they say, yo, I want a community fish. Do people accept your recommendations usually?
A lot of times they do. Or they'll tell me, hey, I just want something colorful. And usually first, I'm taking them right over the platies first thing whenever they want color. Yep.
Okay.
Usually platies are my go-to.
Okay.
Now,
do they go for them usually?
Usually, yeah. Because I mean, most of the platies are like $4 or $5 a piece. They got all sorts of different colors, super peaceful. And if they want to experiment with getting some baby fish, it's a good one to start with.
Right.
But that's usually one of the go-tos. Now, if they have a smaller tank, if they're like, hey, I picked up this 5-gallon and I want to put some, usually it's like white clouds are the ones I put in there for them.
White clouds.
Yep.
Okay. People are saying white clouds are underrated.
I think they are. I said a while ago, I think that's going to be like the new neon tetra.
Interesting.
Yeah, because I mean, they're just as cheap and they get really pretty, super active. You don't need a heater for them. They're like cooler water. Super easy to breed if you want to try like starting out with like an egg layer. I mean, it's really good fish and they're hardy as all hell.
Okay. I gotta ask you about this because this is so funny.
I was waiting for that one.
I know. I gotta ask you. Okay. So
please don't crucify me in the comments.
No. And you're in good company because I've engaged. So it's just more about recommendations and dealing with it. So you posted these new live bowls, the glass bowls, right? And people are like, "What can I put in it?" And you did do a comment where you're like, "Oh, maybe you could put a betta in it." And people are going crazy. I almost brought it up when you mentioned Lonnie breeding the bettas.
Oh yeah.
In the jars.
Yeah.
So it's not even just specifically about the bettas, but when there's a consensus that you don't necessarily have a strong opinion or agree with, what is that like? Like, how do you, and how should I deal with that when I engage that?
So for me, and like I told you earlier, like the two things I don't discuss with people on Facebook groups, axolotls and bettas. I just don't do it. It's just not worth it. Like those, it's so weird. There's like any other fish that on the planet that I've sold. If someone's like, hey, like this fish, what's your opinion? Or hey, this is wrong with it. What do you think? When it comes, for some reason, bettas and axolotls, people, even if they've read 3 articles or something, they think they're an expert. They're like, okay, well, this is what you're doing wrong. This is what you need to be doing. Like, I tell people all the time, especially axolotls, and I know we're getting away, I'll get back to the live thing, but like axolotls, people are always like, oh, I did all this research. They sound so hard. I'm like, if you research axolotls, you're going to get deterred. It's going to make it sound like it's worse than taking care of a child. Right. I've sold axolotls to more first-time keepers than experienced keepers. I've not had a single one come back. Like, it's like, oh, my axolotl died.
Wow.
Just doing bare minimum stuff, and I don't do anything crazy. Like, people are always tubbing them, and I'm like, you're stressing them out and putting on there like, oh, well, this person said to get all these meds. I'm like, they absorb that stuff through their skin. Like, you put that in the tank, you're just adding more and more chemicals, more products. Like, you're gonna hurt them, and that's why these like experts are always tubbing their stuff and doing full clean outs on their tanks. I'm like,
tubbing their
yeah, so so it's just like when like you put like a fish in a quarantine tank, but they put axolotls in like a little like Sterilite or like Tupperware tub and do all sorts of crazy crap with them, and like Seachem brought out the axolotl water conditioner and stuff.
I already felt like axolotls were too much work, but this is sounding like...
Dude, when people come in and they tell me all these different things I read about axolotls, I'm like, stop. Like, you're going to drive yourself nuts.
Well, the temperature thing...
The temperature thing is the biggest thing I sell them on. But like, I tell people, like, if your house temperature is below 70 degrees... Like, I keep my house like at 65. I like it cold. That's just me.
Okay.
Which being in here all day, 77, 82, it's
that's
quite
hot.
the difference.
That's hot.
But people are like, hey, I keep my house at like, 67, 60. Oh, you don't need a chiller. Like now, if you're keeping your house like 72, 75, yeah, you should definitely invest in a chiller. That's gonna be your most
A lot
expensive
of people
piece.
do keep their houses 67 though, so you're not wrong.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like people are keeping them below 70. Like that seem to do fine. I'm like, if you're creeping up closer to 70, get one of those little Hydro cooling fans. Just put it on your tank, and it speeds up evaporation, cools it down a couple degrees, and
I've heard that just putting a fan makes a big difference.
oh yeah, because that's what you're doing. You're speeding up evaporation, so evaporation naturally cools water a little bit. But then then back to the live tanks on those. Like someone said, oh, could I put a betta in there? And it's like the only thing I haven't poked one up to see the flow rate. 'Cause I noticed a lot of these nano kits, especially Aquatop. Aquatop's like the worst. I love Aquatop as a brand, but their pumps are so powerful. There's no way I'd ever, even in their 5-gallon, I would never put a betta in one. It would get tore up. But I'm like, I just gotta check the flow rate. So people are like, oh, you need at least. I saw someone say up to, I think it was a 10 to a 20 gallon tank for a beta. I'm like, I'm not even responding.
That's what they said in the car. No, I'm glad you already put out a risk just saying better in the first place.
Yeah.
Which I was like, brave.
Yeah.
But then you did not fall for the, let me get a Facebook argument.
Well, yeah, and like a couple of them are customers. I'm sure if they come in, they might say something. I'm like, look, like no professional betta keeper, betta breeder, someone that shows, like, you ask anybody that's heavily involved in the IBC, like, they're not keeping them in 5 to 20 gallon tanks. They had a row of 700 jars. That's what Lonnie used to do. He had a bunch of those gallon like pickle jars. I think at one point he said he had like 600 of them. But, like lining up jars and stuff. As long as you're keeping up with water changes, that's the big thing. A lot of people don't realize how beneficial clean water is to the fish. To you and me, that sounds like a no-brainer. But when I have so many customers come in, like I'll use another example, and it kind of ties into that. This woman has a 55-gallon tank. She has 25 blood parrots in this 55.
Wow.
She bought 3 off me back in January, or two or three off me in January, and she shows me a video like 2 weeks ago. Hey, this blood parrot's swimming weird. What's wrong? It's one I just got from you back in like January. What's wrong with it? And I'm like, okay, what changed? She goes, well, he's done that since the beginning. I'm like, okay, well, how often are you doing water change? It looks like a reaction to ammonia. I've done a water change since January.
Wow.
But and then they
25.
25 in a 55-gallon tank. They were only about 3 inches long each. I said, you've had a thing for, at that time, it was like 9 months. I'm like, and it's still that small? She's like, well, yeah, if I start doing water change, he'll get too big. I'm like, well,
you might, my gosh,
like,
so it's on purpose.
Yeah, I'm like, you might save his life. Like, I'm like, you let him in like ammonia-rich water for 9 months. She goes, why do you top it off whenever it evaporates? And that's another common when people think that's a water change, topping them off when they evaporate. That one drives me nuts. But back to these live kits, man, if you keep up with your water changes, you put a nice amount of live plants in there, and you actually know what you're doing. I would never recommend that small of a tank to anybody as a beginner.
Right.
But I mean, if you know what you're doing, you can handle that tank. You can keep up your water changes, keep your water quality good, and it'll be just fine. I wouldn't put like a giant full moon, but like a small female placket in there, no reason you couldn't do that.
I mean, my thing is like, even if, like, it doesn't even sound like, you're not saying, oh yeah, this is the ideal betta setup.
No.
You're just saying, yeah, you could keep a betta in there.
Yeah, it all comes down to your skill set. Where you're at as a hobbyist.
But the story about the 5 goldfish and the 2.5, that's what makes me feel less, like, if someone gets like a kit and like it's filtered and they have one betta in it, like, I don't know, like, there's just other battles to fight.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You know what I mean? It's like, it's not like this is like a $5 betta kit, you know what I mean?
And it's like I'm telling you, put in a whole community of fish. Like that would be your single fish in there, but I don't know. And that's the thing. I feel like the whole like bettas need like 5 to 20 gallons or whatever. I feel like that's like a relatively new stigma within the last like 10 years.
Yeah.
Like I feel like before that was the thing. I mean, how many people you walked in their house and they had the vase there with like the bamboo or the pothos, and their bettas lived for 5 years. Like no problem. My grandma had one like that. The only reason it died is because I knocked the vase off when I was a kid and broke it.
Gosh.
But other than that, I mean, she always had bettas and they would live for 5 years just in there. She would barely feed the damn thing.
The tank size rules are so funny. A lot of times it's people that haven't kept the fish that are saying the rules anyway.
Well, a lot of people don't realize it's more about footprint than it is the actual gallons too, because that's always how many gallons do I need for this? Well, it depends on what you get. Like a 20 long versus 20 high, it's quite the different footprint.
That's true.
Standard 40 versus 40 breeder, same deal.
That's very true. And good night, Jody. And Mick said over here we have different rules for public tanks versus private home tanks. That's very true. I do feel like a lot of the YouTubers, especially, like, they'll do the video where they have the rules, but then if you go to like their place, no one's following these.
Oh, yeah, it happens in here too. Like if they're like, hey, what can I put with this? Do this, don't do that, do this, and I'm like, well, my fish room, but I'm not going to tell you about that. But I mean, like, I want you to have success.
I think that's where it comes from. It's like it has to be in this big because anything below that decreases your chance of success if you're not experienced.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I have to assume that every person, unless I know who they are at that point, like I'm assuming every person that comes in doesn't know what they're doing. I'm assuming that they aren't keeping up with water change just because I see it so often. Like there's people that come in, they will buy any product that says anything about reducing water. They will do anything besides do a water change. Like some guy, there was one point, I swear, every week he was buying 2 jars of that D-nitrate from Seachem. He wanted his nitrates down. His nitrates were off top. Would not do a water change.
Oh
Every week, hey, can you get me these plants because they suck nitrates? And then buy 2 more jars. He did it for like 4 weeks straight.
That's
I'm like,
crazy.
Like, dude, like all this money you're spending, you could have, and it's a single 55. Like, dude, you could have did your water change in 5 minutes.
I know, like, not doing water changes like seems to be something people like to brag about, like a status symbol.
Oh my God,
but I didn't
so
realize
annoying.
it was that like big of a thing. Like,
And the big thing too is people are like, oh, I haven't done a water change, but every time I buy fish from this place, they die as soon as I put them in. I'm like, well, your fish acclimated to crappy water conditions. Like,
yeah.
Like stores like I'm running constant water changes all day, the drip system all day, doing water changes.
That's
like,
awesome, by the way. I love that.
Yeah, I try not to do a central system. That scares me. Like one bad batch comes in, but like as a drip system all day, like they're used to a constant water change. So you take them from that, put them in a tank that's had a water change in 9 months. I mean, it's not going to do well.
Is there a reason why more fish stores don't do the auto water change? Like, is it that hard to install?
It's the time and it's expensive. It's very expensive. Like right now, like I just had to have a second water heater put in because I heat my water going into the tanks because I lose so much out there. So I mean, I'm probably like $6,000 deep in, well, more than that now because I have a water filter. I mean, overall, probably the whole water system probably cost me over $10,000. But I know, like, if hey, this fish comes in with ick, I don't have to worry about anybody else getting it. It's all confined to one tank.
That's awesome, though. It just seems worth it, and then also it seems like it would save you money on employees too. Like,
oh yeah, if I had to do manual water changes on all these, I'd close up and just go ship. I would probably just be online only. There's no way I could deal with the public and do water changes on 342 tanks.
Deal with the public and
There's
do water
no way.
changes. Corey, Lil Broad Frog said, "Footprint. I like this guy. I'm bummed I wasn't able to visit last time I was in Hanover. Come on, next time." And then said, "Do these people not test their water?"
You would be surprised. So there's people that either never test their water, and there's people that test their water like every 3 days. And I'm getting a Facebook message because, hey, my ammonia went up to a quarter part per million. What do I do? I'm like, just nothing. Like, let it work itself out. Like, did you just feed yours? Yeah, I fed my tank about 10 minutes ago. That's why. Or the biggest one, and it's a killer of, I think it's one of the main reasons that new hobbyists don't stick around is people that are changing those filter cartridges all the time on their hang-on backs.
Really?
It is the biggest
That's
thing.
Still?
Mm-hmm. And it's because they set up a brand new tank, and on the packaging it tells you change this pad every month. And I try to explain, like, the reason being is because the carbon only has a month-long lifespan. They're just trying to get you to buy more products. Like, if you're keeping with, I don't even run carbon in my filters. I take it out and, like, especially canisters, I throw the packs out and either put more filter floss, bio balls, ceramic rings, whatever I have room for.
Wow.
But, like, that's the thing. Like, someone set up a brand new tank. The bacteria colony's obviously not very strong yet because it's a new tank. They toss that cartridge out, put a new one in. They come in like, hey, all my fish died. And I test it, and their ammonia's off the charts.
So they change it, like, how fast are they changing it? Like,
some people are changing it the first month, or they'll be like, well, I saw it got brown, so I changed. I'm like, well, you want that. That's your bacteria. Like,
how do you even fight? Like, this is crazy. Like, I don't even know where to start on something like the re-education or
patience.
something like that.
Patience is, I've learned so much. I've always been a pretty patient person, but this has just taught me.
You seem pretty patient.
This has taught me a whole other level.
I can be pretty trying, but okay, I'm gonna put something on the screen. I just want to know if this is something that you'd ever bring into the store.
If it says, unless it's like
pre-conditioned water.
As soon as I saw it said beta on, I didn't even read what it was. I saw beta. Anything beta is a freaking gimmick. Anything glowfish and anything beta is such a gimmick. Even anything axolotl, like the axolotl conditioner, beta water, like beta leaves, like you put a little suction cup it on, pay like $5 for a suction cup leaf. Come buy a real plant for $5 and then it'll lay on that.
But that's not great for you to sell
I don't carry anything beta except for beta food. Like nothing designed towards betas. I think it's the dumbest thing ever. God, so many people are like, yeah, I got that like beta safe water. I'm like, dude, just get tap water conditioner for $5. You're doing the same damn thing.
Wait, so they ask you for the beta safe water?
Every now and then I'm like, no, just you're gonna spend less on tap water conditioner. It's 1 milliliter per 10 gallons. It goes a long way. Just grab that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't anything beta leaf, beta mirror, nothing. I don't carry none of that crap.
That is so crazy. I mean, and this is like more than a normal, gallon or whatever it is of water. Like, it's $13 for this thing.
That's the thing. And that's what I tell people too. Like, if you're keeping that small of a tank, I'm like, if you're keeping something that small, I don't even try to dose it. Like, just get a gallon jug, leave the cap off for a couple days, or even just overnight, just to air off your chlorine. You're usually fine. And another one is distilled water. I can't stand when people come in and tell me they're using distilled water.
That's crazy.
And RO too. RO and distilled, they're close, but I feel like there's 99% of the time you do not need to use any of that in fresh water. Like salt water, that's a different animal. But like unless you're keeping you're trying to breed like wild caught epistos, you need to drop that down like dramatically. Yeah. Or some of your other South Americans that need like super soft, low, like next to no TDS. It makes sense. But if you're just keeping like guppies, you're going to hurt them doing RO because you're taking all your minerals out. And half the people don't know how to remineralize it anyway.
Yeah.
So they do more damage because, I mean, it makes sense in theory. Hey, I'm putting pure water in this tank. That's what they need. But they don't think about all like the trace elements and stuff that it's missing now. It does so much damage. It's such a hard, because they think they're doing the best thing for the fish and they're just not.
So is there like any recent things like that where this is like the new thing everyone thinks is going to make their fish thrive, but it's actually
RO is one of the ones, and even are you familiar with
wait, like normal people want RO water now?
Yeah, like people ask me, especially when I first opened, at least once a week I was getting calls, hey, do you sell RO water? I'm like, I have an RO like filter on the wall you can buy and like hook it up yourself. I'm like, but no, like you don't need it. Like whenever I start my saltwater, yeah, I'll probably sell RO then because that makes more sense. But so many people are running straight RO and they think they're like the most advanced hobbyists because they're running RO tanks. But then they're telling me like a couple weeks later, yeah, I can't figure out how my fish are dying. It's running straight RO.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't know it's RODI that like really pulls everything out. And then,
they're pulling all the minerals out, and very few people that tell me they're running RO are actually remineralizing.
So even like the blackwater fish need some minerals, you think?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Luis said, Blake, I had a customer ask me how long the axolotl could be held out of water.
I do get that frequently. People ask me, hey, can I hold them? Like, no.
So you can't hold the axolotls out of water?
It's like a fish. It's gonna have a slime. I mean, if you're underwater, it's not the worst thing. But you wouldn't want to pick them up and carry them out of the water or anything.
Right. That's crazy. I would have thought that RO water, I did not think that would be, I would have thought it'd just be people obsessed with testing their tanks or like the cycle, like, but that's like the thing.
Some of that. One of the ones that always throws me off, and I guess when you're just the general public, you don't really think about it, but people are like, oh, well, I don't know if I can get fish here. I live an hour away. It's not going to survive in the bag. I'm like, these fish were in a bag for 2 days, like with 100 other fish. It's all the time. Like, then they see them oxygen tank. Someone's like, I got a 45-minute drive. Can you put some oxygen in there? I'm like, I guess if you need me to, but I promise it's fine.
So like, there's a decent amount of people in the chat that like ship things on some levels. There's some breeders and stuff in there, including myself. How much are we probably overthinking shipping? Like, I
think a lot of it. The most important things, in my opinion, was shipping. Clean water is the number one thing. Like, one thing I've seen some people do, and they usually learn really quick. If you're using your tank water, it's probably not going to ship well. And a lot of us do go overboard. Like, when I start shipping, it's going to be clean water, it's going to be oxygen, it's going to be little like ammonia cubes. Do we really probably need that? More or less, probably not. I think it's more or less, it's good to do that for like a preventative measure in case like it gets lost in the mail and that fish is stuck in a bag for a week as opposed to the overnight shipping it was supposed to have. Right. So I think a lot of that's more just like cautionary. It's like in case this thing gets lost. But as far as like if you can guarantee it's going to get from this destination to that destination in 24 hours, we don't need to be doing half the stuff we're doing.
What about 3 days, 2 days shipping? Like you sweat that?
Depends on what you're keeping. Like if you're ordering like a 6-inch like green terror from me, I probably wouldn't recommend doing that. But I mean, if you package it right, you get the clean water, you got your ammonia strips in, or your ammonia cubes in there, you got your oxygen, it can definitely make it. Yeah. For sure. And heat packs are definitely the most important thing, especially this time of year. But sometimes people put heat packs. I've had fish come in and heat packs in the middle of July. I'm like, what are you doing? Like it's like it doesn't need that.
I've had a conversation with people wondering how much temperature, what the level for temperature mattering for shipping is. Like if it's higher or lower than we think it is, just based on like how much the package is exposed to cold temperature.
I think it comes down to the individual speed. Or you mean like how much the temperature actually fluctuates during shipping?
Well, like how much?
How like important
would it really be like like say it's 32 degrees outside? Is the package going to be in 32 degrees for a significant amount of time, most likely?
I think a lot of it comes down to how your individual like parcel carrying service. I think it depends on how they handle it. Because like some of these places, if they're loading up a truck, 11 o'clock at night, but it's not shipping out until 10 o'clock in the morning, it's going to sit out in the yard. Those trailers aren't insulated. I used to load trailers. They're not insulated also. I mean, if it's 32 outside, it's 32 inside that trailer, and then it's going to get to those boxes. It's not going to take, I mean, the styro, depends on how good it's insulated and packaged and whatnot. Yeah. But if you have like a carrier facility where they're keeping that kind of stuff, they park their trucks inside and they're getting like that ambient temperature from inside, it's not as bad, but that's something we would never know how that actually works.
Right. Okay, that's interesting. Ani K said, wait, I can't cuddle my fish? But it's a pet. No. Oh my gosh. Okay. We're going to wrap it up with Blake in like 10 minutes. I've been talking to Zeroff, so final question. Man, I really appreciate you letting me come and do this.
Yeah, no problem. I appreciate you doing it.
Time.
No, I love this.
How long has it been since you've been on a stream?
Well, probably not long before I opened the store, because I announced we were opening it, and then I got put on really heavy overtime, and then I wasn't getting home till late. Because I used to stream with Scotty Schmidt. Okay. And overtime got heavy. I'm like, it's rushing home. They're trying to do that, and And I just kind of got away from it. So it's probably been close to 2 years since I've done a live.
Yeah, man, you could tap in with us. Don't be a stranger, man. Don't be a stranger.
No, this is fun. I like this.
Corey said Nick was asking all the questions I was thinking. Well, we could always do this virtual sometime if you want.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
People love. I've been wanting to do a panel of like me and 2 other people. So
that would be fun.
Yeah. So we have to bring. You guys want to bring Blake back? Come on, come on. Captain's Curse says, Nick, what are you gonna buy from his fish shop? You gotta tune in later when I stream when I get home.
You gotta keep them coming back.
Okay, I'll give you a hint of what I'm thinking. Okay, 1 is a catfish, 1 is a Danio, is what I'm thinking of. And then, let's see, I think there's one more thing. Wait, and then 1 is a pencil fish. Those are 3 things I can think of on top of my head. But if I walk around, I might see something else. I might do something else. Corey said, yes, I do it. I would like to chat with Blake. Okay. Tim has a question. Yep, get in your final questions, guys. I'm not going to rush off if there's more questions. Okay, so if you keep them here, we'll be here until Blake loses patience finally. Okay, Tim Panasucks, it must be local, says, what are the Central PA fish clubs to get involved in?
Central PA? I mean, like around my area, you got like Cyclic Club of Yorkshire right here. You got Aquarium Club in Lancaster County. If you go a little further out, I guess that'd be east, I guess it would be. You got Bucks County. What else is around up that way?
Those are the 3 that came up in my head.
Yeah, and then like if you go over, you can go over to like Jersey. You got like there's like 2 different Jersey clubs. There used to be a Lehigh Valley Club, but that's not around anymore. Unless somebody's trying to bring it back. I know Karen Haas ran that for a while herself, but I don't think that's around anymore. I'm not sure what's up that way.
Maybe like swaps or something in PA? Maybe not club related?
I would say swap related in PA.
The ACLC swap at that pet place.
Yeah, that'll be next month, and then CCY is doing one, I think, in January.
And CCY stands for?
Cyclic Club of York.
Okay.
Yeah, they're actually, I believe, doing one at that fish place as well, so like a different month.
Oh, nice.
And then, who else? I think, doesn't your club do swaps throughout the year?
Yeah, we're going to do one in Aquarium Society of Central Maryland. That's in Maryland. And then if you go down that far, there's Aquarium Club of Maryland, Maryland Aquarium Hobbyist. They're having an event in April, I think.
Oh, yeah, I did see Tanner post about that. Yeah.
And it's near, he's at Sabrona Park, which is near I am. I'm sick of having to drive.
I was going to say for you, that's for me, I'm like, man, that's like an extra like half an hour or so for me. And you're like, oh, man, bring it down closer.
Finally,
Yeah.
PVAS is usually worth the drive.
PVAS is a really good club, yeah. Same with Capital Cichlid Association. They're like more like DC area. I know I'm getting away from the Central PA, but I'm just blanking so much.
He said he's in Mechanicsburg.
Oh, you're in Mechanicsburg.
He said just got into fish keeping last few months. Thanks for the info.
Yeah, his closest club would, well, depending Mechanicsburg, he's probably about the same distance between Cyclic Club of York and Aquarium Club of Lancaster.
Okay.
He's probably about equal distance, I would think.
Okay, which one's better? No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm just messing with
I have to say CCY just because it's my home club. It's where I got my start. So I'm a little biased as president, so I kind of have to say that. But
Couple Fish says, what are your other hobbies aside from the store and tanks? That's a good question.
Not much anymore. I mean, this is basically takes a lot of time. Before, I loved fishing. I used to work at a tackle shop part-time for like 7 years. I also really like, I was into cars for a while too. I have a 93 7 Series BMW as my first car. I was building that up to be a show car, but then I decided, hey, let's open up a store. So now I don't have money for anything.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so I got a couple tattoos, got broke, and then opened up a store. So
the tattoo, that order.
That was becoming the thing there too.
First of all, I don't really know very much about fishing. Okay, I feel like that kind of counts as towards the fish hobby. I guess it is a difference, but like, what did you like about, like, is there a fish you like to catch particularly, a place that you like to go?
I like over in Gettysburg. It's one of my favorite spots. It's on Marsh Creek. If you ever hear of Sachs Covered Bridge, it's like the haunted bridge in Gettysburg.
Okay.
That creek there is one of my favorite places to fish, especially you get out there, like certain, if you get out there like early mornings, like early spring, before the tours and stuff start, it's empty, it's beautiful, and I don't know. It's always loaded with fish because like spawning and everything.
What do you catch out there?
It's mainly just like green sunfish. You catch some for creek size. Smallmouth and largemouth are pretty good. Okay. Fishing out on ultralight tackle, it's a really fun fight. But that's my favorite spot to go.
Is there like a dream place you're like, I'd love to go fish there sometime?
I would really like to go like up north and go for like the really big like pike and walleye, like up north, like Canada, Erie, stuff like that.
Okay. Very cool. JP Jeffrey says, awesome stream. Fish and Friends is kick-ass. Thanks, Blake. Look at that.
Look at that.
Is Blake a singer/musician? That's a good question.
No, I just I don't know. That was just kind of always like my my avenue, like my route to go through, like through like harder times stuff. I don't know. It was always just music, but always drew me into stuff, and I don't know. I just really like connect a lot with music, so I don't know. That's just kind of what I went with.
You got music tattoos, and you don't make music. You just love music that much.
Oh yeah, yeah. I can't sing or dance to save my life, so that doesn't help.
Yeah. What music is your favorite, Mick asks?
So right now, I'd say I kind of transitioned more into reggae. Like I was really like always like rap and hip hop, R&B, and I still do like that stuff.
Chris Junkin in the chat, he used to live in Jamaica.
No way! Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, no, definitely. I would say definitely my number one thing is definitely more reggae nowadays.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any particular reggae artist you listen to?
I really like Protege. There's so many. That's the thing. I feel like reggae has expanded so much. There's so many subgenres.
You listen to the World Boss?
I never heard of that. No.
What is it they call him? I know. I'm blanking on his name.
You mean Mr. Worldwide, like Pitbull?
Yeah, I think I was joking.
You just called Pitbull
That's
reggae?
What I meant. It was a joke. It was a joke. It was a joke.
I was like, what the hell is he talking
about? It was a joke.
Oh my
Mr.
God.
Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide.
That's not reggae, no.
No. He actually used to be a really pretty hardcore gangster rapper. He was really good.
Okay.
Back on one of those old Miami album stuff. He was like
that.
You have to listen to go back to the old Pitbull stuff. Like I showed my wife before because listen to all of his new poppy stuff, and I'm like, this is what I listen to with Pitbull. She's like, it's not even the same person. It's crazy.
Interesting. Okay, you try and read that. I can't. Chris just said that. You read it.
Wagwan brethren, big up Coney itself.
Okay. There you go.
Love it.
So if I was trying to get into reggae, what would you recommend? Like this is.
I mean, your easiest stream. It depends on what kind of reggae you want to get into. Streamline, your easiest one's always gonna be Bob Marley. That's everybody's gateway. It's always Bob Marley. If you like a little bit more upbeat, you can get into some people. I personally love them. I don't know how they got. I think they got #1 group or artist of the year, but Revolution.
Okay.
I don't consider that true reggae, but somehow they got it.
Okay.
Stick Figure's another one people really like to get into, but I like more like Peter Tosh. I like going like Buju Banton, Capleton. Capleton's one of my all-time favorites.
All right.
Hands down one of my favorites. Sizzla's one of my favorites too. But it depends on how you want to get into it. If you're getting into it and you're like, hey, I want to understand what they're saying when I first get into it, maybe go towards more like Revolution. Because I'll show some people I'll get them Capleton and Sizzla, like, what the hell is he saying? I'm like, you'll get it. You'll get it after a while.
My gosh. Chris Junkinson, more fire. Is that a thing, or is he just saying? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Damien's I love Damien too. I really like, I always like Kimani more than Damien. I have an unpopular opinion with that, but it's Bob Marley's kids. I like a lot of Damien, Ziggy, Kimani.
Rank his kids? That's what it's at now?
Unfortunately, yeah,
it's unpopular opinion to say this.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Nick has to go under Jamaica reggae. That'd be true. Yeah, I'm big in. I listen to a lot of hip hop and R&B and that kind of stuff. And I tell people I don't really watch Fish content that much. I watch all hip hop news media trashy content. That's all I watch.
Oh, okay.
If I pull up my YouTube recommended, you're just gonna see just new gang shooting, Dracula Ross.
So with you on your hip hop side, are you more like the new stuff? Are you more old school or?
I mean, I started listening to music kind of later in life, so I missed out on some of the old school. I had to play some catching up. I mean, right now, I haven't been a huge fan of a lot of the stuff coming up this year.
I'm not a fan
this year
either.
Particularly, it's been kind of weak.
A lot of it's a lot of the same stuff, and I don't know. I feel like it doesn't have a message anymore to it.
R&B especially, I feel like I like the old stuff. And listen, this is gonna be my first. There's one canceled artist.
R. Kelly.
It's so hard for me not to listen.
Dude,
to
I love R. I don't care.
It's so hard.
Dude, you know what? Come get me or not. I love R. Kelly, man. I don't care, man.
So the other day, it's been years, and I'm driving the car just because I'm like, you know what? I'm playing Chocolate Factory.
Dude, yeah. Why not?
I'm playing I'm a Flirt. Because when I first started listening to music, I'm catching up, and I'm illegally downloading music.
Yeah.
I downloaded all this stuff, so that's what,
he pissed on an underage girl, but he can sing, man.
It's crazy.
It's messed up. But
I go back and forth on that. I think it's depends on, I don't know, man. All I know is he's got classics. They still be playing at the graduation parties and stuff.
Oh,
you still
yeah.
always hear that.
That's the thing. I mean, I feel like if you look at anything, there's some sort of controversy in some way, some worse than others, but You already made the music. You already bought it. I don't know. That's an unpopular opinion that I have with that. But I love R. Kelly
I'm
as well.
kind of at this point I listen to like 5 different murderers and.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Yeah, you get into it. It's like, yeah, this guy was slinging crack 2 years ago. Like,
Anike asks, indigenous hip hop and rap, anyone?
that sounds interesting.
I'm not familiar, but Chris says there are some awesome indigenous artists. You got to drop some recommendations. We'll have to check them out. That is something I'm trying to do more, is branch out. Like I've started trying to listen to more like music from like Africa and things like. My friend went to Ghana, so I've been trying to like. He shows me stuff from over there, you know, and I'm like, you know what, some of this is pretty good.
Oh yeah, can you get into some of like the Ethiopian based like reggae music? Like who am I thinking of over here? Oh my God, he sings Mountaintop. I don't know why I'm blanking. I'm blanking so hard.
No,
I want to
good.
say it's Pressure, but it might.
There's like 5 different names I'm blanking on right now. I'm like, the only thing I can remember is PopCon right now.
Yeah. Did you say Ika Mouse? Oh, I love Ika Mouse.
Okay. Do you have a top 5 favorite rappers?
Rappers? Oh God, that's tough. That's tough because there's
Favorite, or what about like top 5 greatest of all time? Not necessarily your favorite, but like these are the greatest.
I'm gonna catch crap for it, and people don't. I mean, I think it's not so much as newer stuff. Eminem, I think lyrically, Eminem's gonna.
Okay.
And Eminem's gonna body anybody.
Eminem's in my top 5.
Yeah, I mean, lyrically, I mean, yeah, it's not like. Depends on how you want to listen to it. Some people are like, nah, it's got to be straight out the hood, all that stuff. I'm like, lyrically, he's pretty good. I love Ritz, Chris Webby, Mercury. Man, it's only 5. I just rattled off 4, and I'm like, oh man, who gets that last spot? Tech 9. I mean, Tech just a lyrical genius. I mean,
he does get a lot of love.
But even then, like you got like some of like the honorable mention to like Chris Calico. Like I feel like he just always rode Tech's coattails, but I think he's just as talented as Tech.
Okay. What was like what got you into the hip hop and stuff? Well,
honestly, it's just kind of like what my mom listened to. My mom was always big into that, so I just kind of like I remember specifically what was it? Holy hell. I'm blanking so hard on what the song is. Oh my God.
Chris said 80s digital dance hall is his absolute favorite.
Oh my God.
That's very specific. That's very specific.
It was
Vibes. That's what I was trying to remember. Vibes Cartel.
Oh, I
that's
love
the name.
Vibes
That's
Cartel.
the name.
I love Vibes.
That's when I said the world boss. That's what I was thinking of. I think they call him that sometimes. I don't know.
Yeah, oh, I love Vibes Cartel.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Toonie Loon, we got another indigenous rap fan in here. Rap artists are awesome. And let's see, it's Snotty Nose, Rez Kids, Winnipeg's Most, Hallucination, Lightning Cloud, and DJ Shub. Some recommendations. Check those out and see. I guarantee my top, I don't know what my top 5 would be of all time, but I know what my number 1 is. I guarantee it's more controversial.
Who's that?
It's Drake.
Yeah, I'm not going to agree with you on that one. I can't go with you on that one.
Greatest of all time. Greatest of all time.
I saw Drake in concert when he was still he still couldn't walk. So he was out. It was
really?
So when we were I think I was in 7th grade. My mom got tickets to it. It was Lil Wayne, Carrie Hilson, and Rick Ross. And they brought Drake out. And he was on like a step stool or like a little stool sitting on. One of the coolest ones.
That's a great set.
It was a really cool set. And they had all sorts of like underground people. And then there was another one. It was Lil Wayne, T-Pain. They would call it the T-Wayne tours. Lil Wayne and T-Pain. T-Pain came out on a pimped out golf cart. Had to be on like 20s, hydraulics, and just midgets dancing all around. It was the crazy.
That's awesome.
It was the craziest thing. I'm like, what am I watching? I mean, it was
Lil Wayne's in my top 5, but that last album he was trying me.
That
last album he's trying me.
Whenever he came out with his rock album with like what was it called, like Prom Queen or something like that was on it. Once he hit that album, I stopped messing with Wayne like that. Like I liked it better back when he was like with Manny Fresh and all them, like Hot Boys and all that. But
the classics.
Oh yeah, and I mean, Lil Wayne's one of those. I feel like he gets a bad rep. But like if you listen, he's one of those. Like he's lyrically insane if you really listen to it.
No, exactly.
Like
that's what I'm saying.
6 foot, 7 foot, like G's moving sound that's like lasagna or whatever. Like like people are like that's a dumb line. I'm like it makes perfect sense.
I feel like music is kind of like what they say about movies. Is like there's less quotables. You know what I mean? Like that's what it used to be. Is like there's quotables, like the lasagna line and things like that. You know. And Mick said, I have periods of all types of music. Yeah, I try and listen. I listen to a decent amount. I think I go through periods where I don't listen to that much music. It's more podcasts. That's kind of like where I am right now. I'm just kind of like, I'm waiting for the next project, you know. Is there any newer artists that you do like, just in general?
Not a whole lot. I haven't really got, like that's one thing I used to do when I had a lot more time. I would literally sit there And like I would just pick a song like, okay, well I'm gonna find the discography of every artist that's involved with this song. So like if I picked a song that had 3 artists in it, I would find the entire discography for each artist, listen to every single song, and I would get really in depth into it. I don't really have time for it now, but I can't even really think of who's even really new anymore, who's dropped anymore. So I haven't seen the freshman list in a couple years.
Oh, it was garbage.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
It
was terrible.
Well, that's the thing. I feel like it's a big uptick now on like female rappers, and like
Yes.
nothing against that, but I feel like it's all just sexualized. Like I feel like their entire like
It's
WAP
just-
or whatever, WAP or whatever.
WAP.
Like that. Like what are we doing here?
There's
Like,
there's some good ones, but I mean, I do agree with the counter that I think it's been sexualized both ways. You know
oh
what
yeah,
I mean?
absolutely.
But the female ones, it's like, it stands out more because it's like I'm not used to, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I've been listening to dudes saying whatever, but then this
yeah.
I'm like, what's going on?
It's like I feel like it's just overdone. I think it's hard to find like good like female lyricists, and it's not like a jab or anything. It just seems like they don't come up. Like I always liked Snow the Product. I love Snow the Product. She's phenomenal. Azalea Banks is good. It's another girl I used to listen. What's obviously Lil Kim and got oh my God, what the hell is her name? Queen Latifah, she's always good. Missy Elliott,
Yeah.
and people like them. I feel like you don't see those types of artists coming because like when they were coming on the scene, they're like, hey, like I'm equal. And like now I think it's like we're coming on the scene, but we just want to be sexual.
You know who's someone who's actually really well? There's a lot of female rap. Like I enjoy Lotto a lot. I actually really like Glorilla too. But someone on the lyrical front that I feel like people forget that she actually a decent rapper, Doja Cat.
See, I never really listened to. I've never listened to any of her stuff. So
She's got more like pop stuff as well, but she has actually pretty good rapper, actually.
I think a lot of mainstream artists, I think they can actually spit really good, but like that's not what's selling. Like ASAP Ferg was big for a little while,
Yeah.
and like I was never a big fan because I feel like he had that really deep voice and he just drug everything out. But like if you find some of his underground stuff where he's actually rapping, he's insane. He's really good.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's a lot of the mainstream
That's a
people.
good point. Did you
Like,
see when Chris said Steven's the most talented Marley child?
I like Steven. I do.
This customer service.
yeah.
Customer service.
I really do enjoy Steven. I think if you put Steven, I think Steven Marley is like the Nate Dogg of hip hop, where if you put him on like a hook, it's gonna be phenomenal because Steven just has that voice. It just flows so well with anything you put him on.
Right.
But his solo, I was never a huge fan of his solo stuff. Like I liked Hurting Inside I think was him. I like that song. But like I don't know, like if you put him on a hook, great. His solo, that's how I feel with Drake. Like I feel like you put Drake on a chorus, that song's, especially like when he first got on, like I was thinking like Money to Blow by Birdman and Lil Wayne. Like you put Drake on that, it's gonna kill it. I was never a real big fan of Drake's solo
so
stuff.
that's my thing. The same thing you just said about is like people like if you listen to his albums, he usually has a few songs on there where like the rapping, the writing's just crazy.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
you really have to listen for
but
it.
people don't. People say, oh, he only makes songs about this and this. I'm like, you haven't listened to his whole
That's because that's all that's popular. That's the
Yeah.
only songs that get the airtime.
But
and
why
stuff.
he's my favorite artist is not just because I think he's an incredible writer, but for me, no other person makes music where it's so relatable to me. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
the way that he writes and stuff, I'm listening to, I feel it.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah.
lot of themes of like, grinding and stuff like that, and like working hard, and people used to make fun of him for that. Oh, Drake's emotional, blah blah. But
Yeah.
that's why I liked him before. Cause
Yeah, if you feel like you can connect with that
Yeah.
artist on a personal level, it's a whole
Exactly.
different thing. Like it doesn't matter what the music is. Like if you feel it, that's
Yeah, so I relate to his songs because I feel like he's very emotional storytelling.
Yeah,
that's Why I like.
absolutely.
But that's not what necessarily his most popular
Oh, yeah.
songs are like. But yeah, 8 a.m. in Charlotte. That's one of my favorite
8 a.m.
recent
Okay.
Drake songs where he's just rapping. I really like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Steven is talented. He's the best producer in Jamaica. He knows how to record hits for other people.
Oh, producer? Oh, absolutely. Yeah, like Steve Marley, hell of a producer. Yeah, I'll give you that one. Absolutely. He can take probably one of the crappiest artists and he can make them into something. May not be a platinum artist, but he can definitely do so. He can definitely help people find their sound. Just matches the perfect beats with the person. Like, yeah, producer-wise, Steven's got it on lock. Absolutely.
What's Chris? All the fish people are into music, man. Let's go.
Hey, what else you doing? You're doing water changes for
I know,
hours.
I like it. Let's turn to a music stream. JP Jeffrey says, do you guys like Stick Figure?
Oh, I like Stick Figure. I do enjoy
What are
Stick
they?
Figure.
What are they?
So Stick Figure is actually, and I forget the guy's name. It's actually a single guy, and he's crazy. He had actually produced, like he was one of those people. There's a word for it, but you could play like a ton of instruments. He would produce his own beats with his own instruments just in his room, and then he actually got a band together so when he would go perform live, like Johnny Cosmic's on there. There's two names that Johnny Cosmic's one of them. And then K-Bong is, I think, one of the ones too. But then there's like one or two other guys. But he literally put these guys together like, hey, I just need you guys for when I go live and tour. But like then he like, I'm sure over time he probably started producing more with them. But he started out just like in a room, just his instruments, producing this crazy music. He's really good for what he is.
Oh, wow.
I don't consider like I think he might have been the one that got like a reggae artist of the year. Like I don't consider him like a roots reggae artist, but I don't
Okay.
know. Different type of reggae, but all together, I really like his stuff.
You definitely listen to some music though, man.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. All right. Yes, I'm emotional. Okay. I'm Blake. I'm letting you go.
All right.
This has been an excellent stream.
Yeah,
Thank
absolutely.
you. Thank you. Guys, if you're ever in the area, Hanover, PA, okay, 4-hour radius, you know, make the drive. Come on. Come on. And give Blake a visit and try and test his patience. You know, just see. Is he really like that? Is he really this nice? And then after he's like, bro, what's your problem? Just be like, Nick told me. Okay, appreciate it, man. Been a good
Yeah,
stream.
no problem, man.
What?
I didn't know we were going for it there.
Wait. Come on, man. Come on. We gotta do the performative handshake when we end the stream. Come on, what's the problem?
I'm used to dealing with professionals, man. Just a solid handshake.
Okay, enough respect, Blake. All right, guys, take it easy. This has been a good stream. Send my thanks. And we're out.